Hello, and welcome to the Malintar Chronicles with myself and 5 wonderful players playing the characters that you can see behind me. The live recording that you're about to watch was made live on Thursday from 6 PM GMT+1 or BST+1 if you're in summertime on my channel, Games and Tea. You'll find a link to the channel in the description below, as well as links to the channels that my players have. Also, before we begin, please like, share and comment on the video, as your interaction will really help the channel and help us grow. Now, without further ado, I'm going to shut up and let you enjoy the show.
You are very welcome. I enjoy being here, so.
Yeah.
Ah! No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm playing a elf ranger named Sykes Brillo. He is a hunter slash farmer who lives on the outside of like a bunch of towns. He's kind of like out in the prairie. He lives on a farm, but he's been busy taking care of the cockroaches problem in the what was it called again? The forest?
The gloaming? Yeah,
The gloaming forest, yeah. Where he met Farrell later on, so and I'll let him explain what he is after a bit. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm currently traveling with Farrell to find a farmhand because my family went mysteriously missing, and I met up with 2 drow that showed up at my house when I got back from a hunt.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't lead with that.
I don't know. I'm never good at leading with anything, so.
Who knows?
I am good. Good evening, everyone. Well, Tefari is a young nobleman who is much older than he appears. And he has... How do I say this? He is kind of a guinea pig. And through guinea pigging has learned some chronomancy.
Ooh. Oh, Chronomancer Wizard. Awesome.
A cool school of magic.
And I don't watch Critical Role, so...
I play with it in another game, so I'm excited to see this one. I'm excited to see Telfari. Ooh. Yep.
We know.
Yay! It didn't. But I got a link I can put in, so if I can put in a link. Let me do this. There we go. That works too. Yep.
Hello. I'm doing good. And yeah, he's basically kind of like a gentle, well, furball, not necessarily giant, but he yeah, he means well, and he's been like from a small like stronghold community in the gloaming forest or gloaming woods, and he would like trade with the farming family, the Sykes family. Oh wait, was Sykes your first name or last name? No,
Sykes was my first name. Brillows was my second.
Yeah,
or my
yeah.
last.
So they would trade with the Brillo, so like they kind of knew each other a little bit, and yeah, they met up under tragic circumstances with his family missing, and now we're trying to find where they are.
How tall did you say Farrell was?
Like 8'7". So he's
Holy
almost
crap.
he's just short of 9 feet tall.
You're like I count my character's 5'5". You're like 3 feet taller than me.
He's also
I'm a
like
short elf.
almost 300 pounds. So
Yeah, furbolgs
he's
are
a hefty.
they're big boys. They're big
Yeah.
boys. Of course, do you
They're
know? Do you know
basically fey giants, basically. Oh,
we have lost
We lost
a
Zelma.
Zelma. We've lost a Zelma. Oops. Do you know what's also funny? Is the fact that I forgot to put the mic on, and so the entire intro, and you guys,
Oh,
has been
No!
completely muted. So
Nice.
It's okay.
shit
Start
happens. Shit
over.
happens. So yeah, no, we're not going to start over. I'm just
I
going to
know.
quickly run through the three of you. Yes, the bottom left is Neil from Immersion Diversion playing Sykes. Above him, who he's currently disappeared because we lost a.
Zelma.
A player. We lost Selma.
Zelma's,
There we go. He's back again. Above him is Jeff from the channel Alandrin, playing Tefari, a human sorcerer, which I'm pretty sure you guys all heard that, so I'm not going to do too much about that. And then to the left him we have Sean, who is playing a furball named Farrell. To the right of Sean, or at least right on my screen, we have Zelma playing Garm, who is a gnoll. So I'm very intrigued to find out how that works. Please, Emma, tell us a bit about yourself and a bit about the character of Garm.
Well, Garm is a bard coming from the Moss High tribe, one of the major powers in the Knoll race. But recently he kind of branded himself in exile. But who knows what kind of exilation he went from, so who knows?
Awesome.
Nice. It's yeah. So we have a want of a better word, a motley crew of characters here. We are going to be beginning today's session right where we actually left off on the session 0 that I played a couple of weeks ago. So it's been a little while since we done some playing. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, without further ado, we are going to dive straight into in today's session. It is a new day in the city of Archwall. Tefari, you have woken. You are woken after spending the night in the not very salubrious surrounds of the Cloak and Dagger Inn. You're not quite sure, but you're pretty sure that the scrabbling sound that you heard going through the walls was, you hope, the sound of a cat chasing rats.
I
But
sincerely hope so, yeah.
but you know, you can never know. You can really never know. Never tell. So yes, you wake to the very uncomfortable bed. Garm, you also were due to your performance. You were also given the night a bed within the Cloak and Dagger Inn. However, it wasn't as upper class, if that's a word that could be associated with the the Cloak and Dagger Inn that Tefari's room was, but it was yeah, it was a bed.
Well, Garm's going to be sleeping on the floor. He doesn't like monitoring as much.
Okay, all right. You both waken to the sounds of the kitchen, well, kitchen noises at least, and the smell of at least roasted bacon coming up the stairs.
Could be worse.
What would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to start my day off by casting some necessary self-protection.
Okay.
So I'm using 1 sorcery point and 1 first level spell slot to give myself shield for 16 hours.
I believe you don't need to do that because you already did. You did that. You cast shield for 16 hours at the end in session 0.
Oh yeah.
So you've still got a few more hours left on that one.
Okay, then cancel that. And I'm going downstairs and yeah, get myself some breakfast.
All right. You head downstairs. The bar is exactly as you see it, minus one very charismatic, want of a better word, individual with piercing blue eyes. Your compatriot Kairos, who you met yesterday, and I'm not necessarily saying you made a deal with, but certainly got some help from. Particularly in terms of retrieving your gold coins that were stolen from you back. He is nowhere to be found.
Okay. And the innkeeper is around?
Yep, the innkeeper is there. It is a different person from the person that you spoke to with yesterday. This person is a little bit more fresh, a little bit more fresh-faced. His hair, he's just a normal human being, human being. He's just a normal human, with slightly long, not quite shoulder-length hair that he's sort of greased back so that it's somewhat is tidy. Little bit scruffy, but seems to be it's better than the person who spoke to you yesterday.
Okay. Well, I asked him, good morning. Have you seen Pete?
Morning. No, Pete's the evening shift.
Ah, that explains. And have you seen the man who... he was also here yesterday, and I may have left before I woke up, because I'm a late sleeper, so, you know. Guy, piercing blue eyes, looks a bit like... Shit, what was his name? Ah, man, I can't remember his name. But, you know, looked a little bit shifty, a bit charismatic. Bit of a weird fella.
So that's pretty accurate, to be honest. Let me just get a thing up here so I know I'm not going to be asking you to be doing. Roll me, please, a persuasion check, I think. It's the one that seems to be. I think persuasion will work in this regard, as you are trying to describe and trying to get the information out, basically.
Oh god, I saw the 19. I hate.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
I
Okay.
love it when it teeters like that.
Can't say I have really, to be honest. Nah, can't help you there.
Nah, was afraid of that. Well, anyway, what's for breakfast, good man?
Well, I've got some bacon sarnies on the go. Got some. We've got some kitchery eggs. Oi, cook! What's on the menu? And you hear from the back. It's some bacon and sausage and kitchery eggs. Yeah, bacon, sausage, and kitchery eggs. That's what we got.
I barely have an idea what you said, my good man, but I'll take it.
All right, one full breakfast coming up. Go take your seat.
Right, and take my seat.
I love this guy already.
Garm, you have. Garm, you also wake up to the smell of bacon and sausage being cooked in the kitchen. You're not too far away from the kitchen, by the way.
Okay. Well, he grab his tattered clothing, puts it on, and I make a stealth check just to, hide himself.
Of course. You're trying to hide your form. Oh,
Yeah!
easily.
Yeah!
With that roll, you easily could hide or obfuscate your null form, and make your way into the bar.
He walks downstairs to the bar and looks around to see where's the food in.
Sorry, looks around for what? Sorry?
Oh, I said, Garn walks downstairs to the bar and, just, smelling the aroma of bacon.
You can, if you want to find out where that smell is coming from, you can of course roll me a perception check.
Wow.
That smell.
A good roll and a bad roll. Ooh.
Yeah.
Follow your nose wherever it goes.
That's your first roll. That's it. That's all you're going to be doing from now on. That smell is just everywhere. It's just in your nose. It's in your mouth. It's with your stealth roll. You were able to obfuscate yourself very well, but it's making your jowls water. It's to the point that it's almost that you're trying to hide the water you're trying to hide the saliva that's starting to drip out the side of your mouth.
It's like a waterfall. Amazing.
Yeah, you have too good of a sense of smell.
Pretty much.
What would you like to do?
Sit at the bar.
Sit down at the bar. The barman looks across you. All right, there, mate. What can I do for you?
I want some food.
All right, got some food. I've got some bacon. I've got some sausages. Got some kitchery eggs. What do you want?
Bacon.
Bacon. Small, medium, large.
Large.
Extra
Large. Sure, no worries, mate. Go down a large. Yeah, he yells back to the cook. Going out is what you hear from the back. The plates of food, the large bacon. Effectively, what gets brought out to you, Garm, is a rather, well, I suppose it was cleaned at one point, large plate that is just piled with, well, it's not really piled. There's just this great chunk of meat just on the plate there. And on the side of it, it's just some token slices of bread. That'll set you back. That'll set you back 2 silver. You, Tefari, it's not quite the same, but you get delivered these. Well, these very small, very small fried eggs. And these small fried eggs, they have this very pale greenish yolk to them. There's 2 of them, and you also received these very fat-looking fingers of meat, and your bacon is just slabs. It's just slabs of bacon.
Where you should be.
Meatloaf bacon. I want that now.
No, it's not even meatloaf bacon. If you know, if for those of you at home, if you know what gammon is, it's that.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before.
You probably have. You guys might know it as bacon, but yeah, it's just thick slabs of bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that will
extra thick pork belly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know.
it's that. That'll set you back about 3 silver.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't even know how much money I even have.
Well,
did I get paid?
We just
at
did go
that,
through town.
Session 0.
Oh, yeah.
yes, yes, you did indeed get paid. You got paid a token sum of 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces. I got about 20.
Hang on a minute. The 10 gold pieces plus.
Yeah, didn't you give him interest?
No, the 10 gold pieces was from the bar.
Oh no, I thought what was his name?
Tafari got some extra
Yeah,
because he got back what was stolen from him plus a little bit extra.
for the work he did.
Yeah.
It's just something I just quickly need to look up because I had a chat with the guy who was playing Kairos about this. Oh yeah. You have received 35 gold pieces total. You received 25 gold pieces from Kairos and 10 from the bar as a token appreciation for the work that you did.
Gotcha, so we got 45.
Yeah. So you're looking quite flush for the time being. Across the water, in a little place called Catchester, we find a very large individual waking from a relatively good night's sleep, I'm going to say, and a slightly less large individual waking from a stressed night's sleep.
Ugh. How much did I drink last night?
You are lightweight. Haha.
We gotta get moving. I take a look at how much gold I spent from the drinking last night. See how much I've got left over.
See how much you get left over.
You just at a party, or I don't know, maybe not a party, more like a drown your sorrows.
Well, I've got. Let's. You're.
First night away from home is always the roughest.
Yeah. No, you spent a fair bit. You spent a fair bit. I'm gonna say you spent 2 gold pieces.
Okay. Oh, I drink way too much.
Well, it wasn't really that. It was just the fact that you turned up in town and you went, I need a drink, I need somewhere to sleep, and found the closest one, which also happened to be the most expensive place.
Looking around the room, is there any like unemptied bottles still? Like, is there bottles of alcohol anywhere?
No, there are no bottles of alcohol anywhere. But you suddenly realize, look, you waking up, you suddenly realize that the room you're in is really quite well furnished. It's a decent place. It's comfortable. There's a mirror. Would you believe? There's a mirror in the room. There's a wash basin. It's a quite well furnished place.
The beds are too small though.
Yes.
Barrel's just like leaning.
I can just picture his feet, just hanging off the end of the bed.
How you doing there, Farrell? You all right? Nothing bruised, no head hurting.
No.
Did you do any
fine.
drinking? Did you do any drinking last night?
Yeah, probably a little.
I probably paid for it.
This
since
is
he
the
came
first
over.
time he's ever been in a city, so he's like, yeah, he wants to experience city living. So yeah, he'd have indulged a bit.
All right.
Would you have paid for your own drinks, or would have Sykes bought them for you?
I had some money. Oh really? Okay, fine. That works with me.
All right. Well then,
you agreed to come and help me with this, so why not?
All right, Sykes. Sykes, please subtract another 3 gold pieces.
3? You drink way more than me. Oh my god.
Well, I did call you a lightweight, so I mean that makes
True.
sense.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, as I have just started describing, the tavern which you have found yourself in is a rather salubrious one. It's a rather not salubrious. It's a rather No, it's more up class.
Okay.
So things are a bit more expensive.
Yeah, gotcha.
I want to go up to the
Alright.
bar and ask them if they have any more spicy water.
Spicy water.
The barman who is a who is also an elf, the same as Sykes is, with lovely long white hair, so looks at you and says, "Spicy water."
Oh, the beverages that we were drinking last night, they were very good.
What were you drinking last night? I'm the day shift.
You get to name your first booze.
Or your last.
Or your last one, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, I can't think of a good fake spirit name right at the top of my head.
The fake spirits? No.
Since he wouldn't know any better, it probably would have been some of the more expensive stuff, because I could see him being duped into buying something like an upcharged alcohol.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm going sorry, Critical Role, I'm going to steal your drinks here. Fire whiskey.
Ooh, fire whiskey.
I was thinking something like, I was going to say like Fireball, but I'm like, well, that's actually a real thing.
That's actually a real drink. Yeah, no, that's actually a real drink.
I mean, it's a spell name, so why not, you know?
True.
I mean...
Let's call it fire whiskey. Yes, of course. That'll set you back six silver pieces.
God, just puts it on the counter.
The bar reaches behind and pulls off a bottle which is only a third full. Only a third empty. And you know how bars have that sort of little sort of pourer thing on the end, which when you pour it into a glass also fills up and then stops it coming out anymore.
Yeah.
She grabs that and pulls out this very small glass, and pours out this amber, almost red looking liquid. It fills the glass, but then it's ended. But then then that stopper engages and it stops the pouring, and so you puts it back in the glass and hands it to you. The glass in your hand. The glass is. It barely even covers the center of your palm. It's that small.
Oh.
And it costs you 6 silver.
Well,
Sykes then comes down the
he does
stairs.
not portion it. He just downs the whole thing.
I was gonna say, just Sykes comes down the stairs after flinging the backpack over his shoulders, sees Pharaoh with this tiny glass he's like, careful not to swallow it.
The glass or the liquid?
Everything. No, it's...
the barmaid looks across at you and said, "You know you're supposed to sip that."
Oh, but it's so good. You have to do the whole thing in one shot, one go.
You see this look of confusion, and she's trying to figure out whether you're actually joking or not.
I guess he's a little more used to whiskey than, or any kind of liquor.
I don't know. Unless if they like brew some back at his compound. I don't know if he's had much alcohol.
No, you would not have had alcohol though.
But he does very much like it.
You're like, this is my first time having alcohol, and it's not affecting me.
Sykes got him.
Like, holy shit.
Alrighty then. Well, yeah, so that's your morning breakfast. That's what it's.
Breakfast of champions.
Breakfast of champions. What would the pair of you like to do before you head out? Is there anything?
I thank him for the room and the food. I'm gonna flip him 2 gold as a tip.
Much obliged. Thank you very much, sir. I will add that to the tip box.
And then I'm gonna ask him, do you know where like a stables nearby here, like in Cashier, or like a farm, or somewhere where I could find a farmhand?
If you're looking to hire work, then I suggest you head to the town hall. That is where most jobs are posted, and most people looking for work are going to be situated.
Thank you kindly. Farrell, anything else you need to do?
Do you know where there might be people that know things about what were they called again? The dark, scary elf people?
Oh, the drow.
Yeah, them. Do you know where we might be able to find information about them?
It's a long story. Farrell, we might find more information about that at a bigger city. Unless I kind of look. Can you speak? What was it? Undercommon.
Undercommon. She looks at you. She looks at you and says, "No." No, I
tried.
no,
Thank you
I
very much.
don't. If
Don't mean to worry you. It's nothing huge. My current objective is to find my family. You know the Brillows farm outside of Casher?
not personally, but I have heard of it.
Okay. That's why I'm looking for a farmhand. I need someone to look after my farm while I go find my family. And I found a note. Yes.
You are the owner of the Brillows farm. I see.
Yes.
Well, in that case, I think you should be able to find somebody at the town hall.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. We'll be sure to come back here sometime. This place is good. All right, let's go.
Thank you. And you
You're welcome.
you head out the door. The camera turns to sort of watches over the shoulder of this woman as she watches you leave with this expression of confusion. At these
Do I see her
two-
look at me?
If you want, you can make a perception check.
I'll make it that perception check.
I feel like that's gonna be how Farrell leaves most rooms. It's just confusion. Like people are just like, "What the heck was that?"
7.
Nope, you don't. You don't. You happen to glance back behind your over your shoulder. She's returned to
Totally
all
gonna tip my hat.
I was blocking your view.
You're too tall. Yeah.
You
Sounds
head out.
good.
You head out into the city, and you came pretty much straight into the city. The city is a relatively small one, but what dominates this area is the large lighthouse come watchtower that also happens to have a very, very large ballista at the top of it, and a very, very busy port just at the edge of the water. The town hall is easy to find. It is situated in the most logical place, which is next to the harbour for the city.
I just realized, where are our horses? Are they at like the stables in town, or?
Yeah, no, there are. Well, it's up to you if you want to have your horses left at the common stables or the stables associated with this inn.
Oh, yeah.
There is a difference.
Oh yeah, that does make sense.
I'll actually, because that would make sense why the extra tip then. Yeah, I'll have them here, and we'll come back for them when we're ready to leave town. So.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. You head through the city. You head through the city, and the smell of the fresh sea air that is not too far away at all. The smell of fish there is a very, very faint smell of fish in the air, but you get the sense that this is not a fishing town. This is just simply the fact that because you're beside the sea.
Yeah. Very salty.
Yeah, it's that sort of salty sea air, fishy kind of smell. There is also the smell of tar and pitch, because obviously boats need to be made here as well. So it's a very bustling, lively cityscape. A city seasidescape.
Sykes is a bit of a fisherman as well, so he actually loves seaside towns.
Nice. So this feels very
Farrell's
warm
just
to you.
Farrell looks down at Sykes. He's like, "Does the air always smell so weird in cities?"
Only on the edge of islands. So like by the sea here. See the water over there? Actually, yeah, you never left your town. See that out there?
Well, he knows what water is, but
Oh.
maybe not. Yeah, he's never seen the ocean, but
Yeah, so you
which
see the
also
ocean
probably
over there?
impresses him. Yeah.
That extends widely beyond that horizon line you see. There's actually way more. I've never been off myself, but I have been around at least this island or this continent to know that it surrounds the whole thing.
It looks like it's bigger than the forest, which is impressive.
You see that? See that little island off over to the left? As I kind of point towards the arch wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Island.
Mhm.
That's where we're gonna be heading. So there's a little town to our west that we're gonna end up crossing the sea, the little channel here to get across to the arch wall. That's where we're mainly gonna be doing most of our dealings. So
You
yeah.
figures. Big city. That'd be cool. Interesting to see.
I don't know, you're gonna get to ride a boat too, which is kind of cool.
While this conversation is happening towards as you both head to the head to the town hall across the water in that place called Arch Wall, what's the pair of you like? What does the pair of you want to do? Tifari and Gum, what would you like to do?
When we finished, when I finished finished my breakfast, I'm asking. Because by now I've met Garm, right? We've spoken a bit and all that.
I imagine that the pair of you would have at least mingled after the show, after the very, very impressive show that Garm had put on last night.
Yeah, so I'm chatting a bit with Garm, and I'm gonna ask him. Well, when I didn't really hear yesterday. Well, why are you here? What's your goals around the city? Do you have any plans to visit stuff?
Moment. I've just mainly been traveling. Was with my tribe. I decide to, travel. My wanderlust takes me. Can I make a deception check?
You can indeed. You can make a deception check, and Tifari, you can make a perception check for me.
Oh well, fuck you, fancy grounds.
Well,
Yeah, you did. Oh well, never mind.
Never mind.
Just get them out of the way now.
Yeah, let's get them out of the way. Tifari, you're yeah. It makes sense. It's unusual to have such a.
Times in a row. Oh, okay, thanks.
You're like these damn rolls.
Yeah. It's that makes sense. It's unusual for such an individual. Garm, have you revealed much of your form to Tifari?
No, not once.
All right, cool. So it's very unusual for a strange individual to go traveling the world, but hey, whatever. Stranger things have happened. That's
He's
for sure.
also a purple.
I'm 70 years old. I've seen weirder stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, honestly, when Farrell and Garm meet, it's like, they're actually kind of similar in many ways.
Pretty much.
But all right. Garm, I'm also looking to travel a lot, and I'm trying to look for more information about a bit of my past. So maybe we can team up.
I mean, I got nothing else to do. I don't really have any goals besides wandering, so I'm going to lend a hand when they pass.
He can be your minstrel sidekick.
Righty. All right then. So the pair of you finish up your meals. Garm, it's really quite delicious. It's a large slab of bacon with some. Would you have even bothered with the bread?
No.
I did think you would have done. See, that was quite delicious. A little bit salty, but it was really quite a delicious hunk of bacon. Tifari, you're going to be feeling that one later.
Yes.
Think about it, Knowles needs a fixed amount of food and water, so
Exactly, yeah.
Nice.
Exactly. And the pair of you head out into the streets. It is it doesn't take you very long in order to get to the main thoroughfare of excuse me while I just quickly do something here. It doesn't take you very long in order to get to the main thoroughfare of Archwall, and not before long you are within the confines of Archwall, and it's the same bustling feel marketplace workhouse area that you were before. Again, the smells of the sea, the smells of drying fish, and all sorts of exotic spices here also are available to your nose.
It's looking very crowded, or is it not too crowded?
It's still quite early, so it's not too crowded. However, it is going to be you get the sense that it is going to be getting crowded pretty soon.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start off with I'm sending my fox out and see what he can. Just let him explore a bit, see if he can find anything related to magic, magicians, mages, sorcerers, all that.
Sure. All right then. Roll me a. What would this one be?
He's looking for information.
Is he going to be? Is he specifically looking for information, or is he just scouting?
Just scouting.
All right, then roll me a perception check with the fox's stats, please.
How do I do that?
God, he has a fox.
I'll just use my own, and it's +3.
Yeah, it's well the is the fox not on your screen?
It is, but I don't see his skills.
It'll be his wisdom modifier. Or if it says perception on there.
He has perception +3.
uses wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has +3 and his wisdom is 12.
So if you go over that and it highlights, yeah, you can click it.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Is it reliant on hearing or smell? Does it count for the advantage?
No. Not in this case. If you're specifically looking getting him to do scouting, then no, because this requires a bit more sight than hearing and smell. As wizards and mages and the like, they have a very varied smell. It's more sight. This is so. With a 14. Do you look through his eyes?
No, I just let him scout.
Okay. So you're just doing telepathically then. Telepathically from what was the name of your fox again? Kitsune. Telepathically from Kitsune. You get the information. You get the information that there are no mages in easy within easy access of you. All that you know is that is the mage that's made his way very, very sharply and quickly from through the town to the castle. Actually, would have Kairos told you that? I'm going to say not. So no, you don't know anything. Sorry.
Okay. Then I'm going to try and wander around.
The town starts to pick up, and it doesn't take long before the town criers starts making their rounds throughout the town. You hear yelled through the streets. Adventurers wanted for daring expedition! Report to town hall for enrollment! With a little pause. Mysterious break-in at Loomis warehouse. Reports of nothing stolen. Market
sounds
fish
like a really
prices to
problem.
increase due to turtle. Red band smugglers still at large. Last seen off coast of Polness.
Doesn't sound like my problem as well.
Adventurers wanted for daring expedition, and you can tell
Dairy expedition.
daring expedition. Yes. After that, you hear
daring.
the same daring, not deering, daring.
No, it's a dairy, like cheese, milk.
Dairy
A
expedition.
dairy expedition.
I'd be like, I'm on the case.
Oh jeez.
Farmers even.
The legendary milk.
The legendary milk
legendary
conspiracy of
cheese
Archibald
wheel
of 1976. No, those are the four things that the town criers are busy with, and that's what you hear yelled through the streets at this time.
All right. Well, Garm, would you be interested in an adventure and maybe earn some money?
Venture? No, I didn't give much thought in that one. I just mainly travel around places and usually get up some bit of coin.
Adventure also means traveling around.
So, I guess I'll be adventure, see how that pans out.
And we can meet really fun people and explore new places and maybe cause a little chaos. Just a tiny drop.
I like how all of a sudden Edward got a little concerned look on his face there when you said chaos.
Nah, it's gonna be good.
Look, I'm not
Inferno
saying that
chaos.
the last village I was at was attacked by bees, but it was attacked by bees. I have no idea where they came from.
Not the bees.
You were 1 second ahead of me there.
Yes. I win.
I prefer no chaos. Bit against my jurisdiction.
We'll work on that point. For now, let's just focus on
For now,
exploring and meeting new people.
All right, you carry on exploring the town of Archwell. We go back just a little bit far south, possibly a day's travel, possibly half a day's travel, depending on how fast you like to walk, to the city ferry town of Catchester, where a large furbolg who is very naive in the world and an elf have finally made their way to the town hall. The town hall is a relatively small affair. It's not particularly large, but it's certainly larger than the place around it. Ow, excuse me, while I just stretch my arm because I got my booster shot earlier today.
Nice.
So the arm is now starting to hurt. It's a relatively small-ish affair for a town hall, but it's doable. It does what it says on the tin, and you can see just outside the town hall a small poster board where you can see a few various wanted or mission posters, for want of a better term, and a small crowd of individuals standing outside. Of all various, yep, they're all of various shapes and sizes.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna take my business inside of the building of the town hall, unless it looks like someone outside can help me with something like that. Is there like a greeter or something?
No, there's no greeter. If you want, you can head straight in, or you can chat with the people outside. It's entirely up to you.
I think I'll just go inside. I think it's just my business to find out what I need. So
Yeah,
Sure,
and
no
I'll
worries.
follow Sykes' lead just because he knows what he's doing more in this in this
Sure.
environment.
Sure, absolutely fine. You head into what is a very warm, cozy interior. The walls have this very light wood paneling that goes around the side, and you can see a nice little fire just crackling away in the hearth there. There is a desk in front. There is a desk in front of you with a very officious-looking individual bent over a sheet of parchment with his quite busy writing something down.
Male or female?
Male.
Okay.
Short.
Even, sir? Oh, short? Okay.
Short,
I walk up to
short hair, and also yes, slightly short in stature.
Okay, cool. I walk up to the desk and make myself known. I just tip my hat and I say, "Good evening, sir. Sykes Brillo Estates, outside of town."
Here? It's not evening, it's morning. And this craggy halfling face looks up at you. It's evening. It's morning. What? No, I don't know what it is. What do you want?
I need a translator. Is there one here?
Sorry, could you just repeat that?
Oh, sorry. I said, is there a translator? Is there one here?
What do you want a translator for?
I can't read this, and I show him the letter.
I thought you just say I can't read and then just end it there.
I need to find out what this says.
Oh! No, there's no translator here. We don't have access to that sort of thing. If you want to go for translator, you need to go to one of the big cities.
Insight check.
Roll me insight check.
Yeah! 22.
Wow, with that... I kind of want to do a whisper like from Critical Role, but no, not in this case. Not in this case.
Yeah, that's fine.
This
I
individual.
just slide a gold across the table and I say, "I need a translator."
Well, I'll take it as the fact that you are new here. We don't accept bribes, and normally normally if anybody ever offers us a bribe, we usually call the guard. But I take it you are new from here. With your
my apologies.
With your insight check, you can this is somebody who is he follows the rules, and he's pretty cut and dry. Follow the rules. If it's not here, we don't have it. Sorry, bugger off. He's it's one of those people who it's one of those kind of people who is literally a job's worth.
Okay, but there is absolutely no translator here.
Nope. Sorry. If you want to go for a translator, I would suggest that you go to one of the large cities. Maybe go and speak to somebody from the Rising Sun Library. That might help you.
The Rising Sun Library. Thank you.
I also bend down to get kind of next to Sykes' ear. I'm like, didn't that one lady say that this is where you get farm hands as well?
Oh. Thank you, Farrell. I turn back to him and say, "I also need a farmhand. Can you direct me to someone I can hire for like a month or two?"
He points behind you. Looking behind you, you see the entrance. You see the entrance to the town hall from where you came from. Ask one of them.
Oh, up front. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you kindly, sir. And I take my leave.
Goodbye. And he immediately bends over and starts scribbling away on this parchment in front of him.
All right. So, yeah, I make my way out the front door, and I'm gonna take a look at these folk outside and just kind of get a general look on them all.
They range from very scrawny to very well muscled to scrawny but well dressed to well muscled and rags. So it's a group of about 10 to 12 people. Clearly, some of them are eyeing up the boards. Some of them are just standing around looking. One of them catches your eye and just gives you that sort of nod.
Can I haven't really had a chance to like obviously meet this guy, but is there a way I can kind of, based on appearance, see if any of these guys are trustworthy?
Ooh,
Because like sometimes if you meet someone without actually speaking to them, you kind of get a feel.
yeah, I
It's
understand.
like
I understand what you're saying.
empathy kind of thing,
Yeah,
like,
gut
you gotta
check.
trust.
Gut
check,
instinct. Yeah, it's got gut instinct.
Maybe like investigation or something.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I'll leave it up to you. I just.
Oh, is there not insight?
No, it's not. It's not.
There is
It's not.
insight, but
It's not investigation. This is more. This is. All right. I'll leave it up to you. You can either roll me insight or perception. I'll leave it to you. It does
they're
the
both
what
equally as good. Oh
yeah.
no, perception is better.
that sort
I'll
of
do
that sort
perception.
that sort of gut instinct doesn't really fall into both of them. Not
Okay,
really.
No problem.
It sort of falls into both.
20.
Wow, we're 20. Jeez. Fucking hell.
Ah,
All right. You see what you look across the group. You see one guy who's sort of crouched. He's a little bit hunched, very very scrawny, and seems to be twitching a lot. You look at him and go, probably not him. You see another. You see. You see another dude who's standing very very tall, and then you watch him for a little bit, and you suddenly realize that he's almost puffing his chest out in a way that says, "Look at me, look at me, look at me." But when you actually examine him properly, yeah, this guy can't hold. This guy's no way going to hold a plow. The others, though, they're from that role, you get a good feeling that at least most of them are going to be trustworthy to a point.
Yeah.
Trustworthy in the way that you can trust somebody who you're going to employ.
Okay. Is there anyone there that looks kind of, I guess, a little average? I guess then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, not too built, not too skinny.
All right. Yeah,
like
sure.
they know their
There is
way
a,
around.
You're gonna Goldilocks.
Not too built, not too silly. Yeah, the Goldilocks. Well, no, not really. It's either.
Okay.
Well, you see a whole scattering of people. There are a couple of dwarfs here. However, it's mainly elf or human. Or half elf in this regard.
Okay.
Some of the humans are a little bit more well built. Some of the elves are a little bit more well built. There isn't really the perfect one in the middle.
I'll go for a dwarf.
You go for a dwarf. All right.
I know they're pretty strong for how short they are.
That's very true. The two dwarfs that are there, they are they're very stocky. They look like they have seen a lot of work. One has a lot of sort of blue tattoos over him, or sort of blue. Yeah, of what you can see from his open shirt and rolled up sleeves, you can see a lot of blue tattoos. The other dwarf who seems to be hanging around him is a little less built and doesn't have any tattoos on him whatsoever. And both of them though have very sort of not long beards, but they go to about halfway down their chest with this vibrant orange color. The same goes with their hair.
Okay, I walk up to them. Any of you guys looking for work?
All right there. Yeah, we're looking for work. Are you offering?
Are you guys brothers?
Aye, we're a team.
All right. How would you like
I was supposed to say that was very racist and presumptuous, but I guess you were.
Are you guys? How have you done? Or how? I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Have you done any farm work?
That's not particularly within our specialty.
Crap.
We can give it a go, though.
Do you work well with animals?
I don't. He does, though. He says, indicating what you would presume to be his brother.
Okay. How are you with plows? Like pushing things, heavy objects.
Heavy objects. That's part of it. That's our track and trade. That is heavy objects. Yeah, that's what we can do.
Okay.
Plows,
How'd you
though.
like to work?
Plows are, so long as plows are about the size of us, I can do it.
Okay, I've also got horses that can help out with that. So.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, sure, I can do that for you.
All right. I don't know how long I'll be gone. Do you know where the Brillows estate is? Outside of town.
Sure, I know where that is.
Okay. Insight check to see if he actually knows where that is or not.
Roll me insight, please.
Okay, 17.
The slight pause that he did before you went, aye, sure, I know what it is, tells you that, nah, he probably doesn't have a clue where that is.
Do you know how to give directions properly?
I'm gonna try. I don't even know if I have paper and quill on me.
Make a cartography check.
That is now a thing.
Nice.
Oh,
Fortunately, no. You know what? Would there be? This is town hall. Would they have any? Do maps would exist? Do they have a map here I can maybe buy?
That you could buy.
Or
I'm going to say
borrow.
yeah. I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
It's going to be a map of the local area. It's not going to be a map of the entirety of
That's
the
fine.
entirety of the hegemony.
As long as I can kind of figure out where where my farm would be on the map. Does it look like it would show? Does it look like it would show up on a map? Or?
There is when you entered the town hall, you saw there was one on the wall.
Okay.
Behind the clerk. So you could enter the hall and point it out to him there if you wanted to.
Okay.
You didn't ask the clerk if they had one for sale though. So
yeah. I'm gonna ask the two brothers to come with me. I'm gonna tell them to buy a map so I could show them where it would be, or I could show them on that map.
I just show us. But don't bother with the maps. Maps are useless. And he remembers stuff quite well. Again, he indicates his brother. The dwarf
nice. So he's got a good memory. Okay.
He's got a memory. The dwarf that you have been conversing with is the one who has all the blue tattoos on him.
Okay, cool. I love it. So one's strong, one's smart. Perfect combo. Yeah, let's go into the town hall. I'll show you on the map here.
All right, you head in and you indicate the map that is on the wall behind the clerk, and yeah, it's pretty obvious. Hey, that's where it is, and you point to literally the only farm within the surrounding area.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you guys interested then?
We're good.
Thinking, I don't know how long I'll be gone, but I could always, if it's longer than what I'm thinking, I can always send parcel and give you some more, if that's all right. I'm thinking 30 gold to both of you for the month.
30 gold for the both.
No, 60 gold. It'd be 30 for one, 30 for the other. So 1 gold a day. So 1 gold for each day.
Nice. You see, that's well, the 60 golds is just a little bit under what is normally what our thing is. No, it's.
Do you want less? I can give you less.
No.
Oh, you want more? Okay.
Yeah, no. It's 60 golds is a little bit less than what we normally ask for.
Okay, I got you.
What do I say to 90?
90? Shoot. Farrell, do you have any gold? Do you have 8 gold on you?
Yes, I do.
Would you be willing to?
That's all I have.
Okay.
Actually, no, I have 9. I have 9, but
okay, I won't take yours. I say
you could throw something else in to make the deal more enjoyable for them.
about 80 gold, and you can take our horses back with you instead of walking.
Oh, I thought that was implied. Anyways.
I don't know.
80 gold. Roll me a persuasion check.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta haggle.
That's what I was hoping to do.
Of course you got a haggle.
Alright, come on! No. Damn it.
Oh,
Did I actually
jeez.
have advantage because no? I'm just kidding.
Well, if Farrell, if you can think about a way of helping him, sure, you can roll advantage with this.
Yeah, I'll definitely help him haggle because like
Ooh,
that's a
okay.
because
All right. Well, describe how you're going to help Sykes with by helping him with the haggle.
Because I was gonna do a persuasion check because he was the one that he's haggled with Sykes before too in the past. He's like, tell you what, since we also won't be there, you can take the crops and use them for yourself. We have no need for profit on the farm, just, to make sure that everything is running smoothly and everything's okay. So you can take whatever you want.
All right,
If
roll.
that's all right with Sykes.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Roll you with advantage. That's pretty good script. That's pretty good.
Oh, with advantage. Oops.
No, it's no Sykes. Sykes with advantage.
Oh,
Since
sorry.
Sykes is the one
Yeah.
who's doing the.
Should I hit the advantage
persuasion.
button then, or should I just roll again?
Just
because I
roll
already
again.
rolled?
Just
Yeah,
roll
that's
again.
what I said, yeah.
Come on! Ah!
Well, now you see, we get to have the food, and if we sell anything, we keep the profit for ourselves.
Fine.
Deal.
80 gold?
80 gold. We get the profits of anything that we sell, and we take your horses back
alright.
ways.
Yep.
I mean, you just wanted
agree.
this for upkeep, so that's why I said that. I was like, yeah,
True.
you just want to
The,
make sure that it runs. It's
And
still
the dwarf
shake his hand.
the dwarf does that, spits in his hand and holds it out to you.
I spit in mine because I
Same thing.
understand. Yep.
Smack.
I shake
Yeah.
his hand. Ow.
The grip. Actually, roll me a
Uh-oh.
You're a post strength check.
roll me no. Roll me a strength save.
Strength save?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, okay. 16.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I was like, wait, I have a 2. What? I
have a
guess
nice
I have
firm,
a
solid
proficiency.
Hey,
in there, yeah.
that's pretty good, actually.
That's just
the
my
grip.
proficiency.
You know how sometimes when you meet somebody that
They purposely crush your hand.
they purposely crush your hand in a sort of trying to dominate you works kind of way. Similar sort of thing, but hey, you've got this. You just made a deal. Bang, straight back. And there's a brief moment of, okay, from the dwarf. Hey, that's
And
a
then-
deal.
Nice. In my notebook or in my little journal, I'll write the day that I started this deal, so that I know that in a month I have to send them another parcel, and I tell
Sure.
them the exact same thing. If it lasts more than a month, I'll send some more your way, another 80 gold.
Sounds good to us.
I also
And if we
just
don't,
realized that Sykes is stronger.
If
than
I
me.
also if I come back before the month is over, I'll still keep you as hired hand until the month is over, if you wish. Otherwise,
Yes.
you can leave and keep the gold.
we'll see about that. Right. That
Thank
sounds
you
like a
very
deal.
much.
You've
Awesome.
you've been making this deal within the confines of the town hall, and the officious being that was sitting there says, "Would you like me to draw out the contract for the both of you?"
Oh, yeah. If that
Okay,
works.
that's fine. It's
Thank you.
he reaches down beside him, and from almost nowhere pulls out this parchment, slaps it on the table, and starts writing. Names, please.
Sykes Brillo.
Six Pirlo. Dustin. Doran. Pastin. Doran. For
Pastin?
month. Pastin. Tastin. And Doran. Dorren.
Nice. Tastin. Or Tastil. You said Tastil?
No, Tastin.
Tastin. Okay.
Yeah.
With an N.
Tin. Yeah. With an IN. And Doran,
Tastin and
Dorren.
Nice.
For 1 month pay, 80 gold pieces, plus profits to be kept for there. Yes. Sign here, please. He flips the paper around.
I'm gonna use a performance check.
Sure.
Do the fancy signature.
Do the
fancy signature. Yeah.
Fancy signature. All right. Performance check.
Yeah, 11. No, it's yeah.
It's not particularly fancy. But it's passable. At least you can at least sign your name.
It's legible, yeah.
It is
All right.
indeed
It's not
legible.
fancy but legible.
Nice.
You hand the quill to Tassin and Doran. Tassin just simply writes an X. Just X.
Yeah.
And Doran's is equally fancy as yours.
Okay, cool.
It's very clear which one's the brains and which one's the brawn of the pair.
I like these guys. Question. So the farm is on the way back through the town that we'll have to go through, right? Like on that.
Not quite.
There.
So you're currently here in Catchester.
Oh, okay. And it's gonna
and
bring us the.
Your
You're
farm
on the
is here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's not. It's about
I
three
thought it was,
quarters of a day's travel away. It's not too far away.
Okay. I wasn't
it's
sure
not-
if it was
it's-
on this side of the forest or the left side of the forest.
No,
I was gonna see
it's
if they want to travel with us, and then we leave them with the horses on that side.
no, it's
They can just take the horses.
below. They can just take the horses back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not particularly far away, but it is. It's yeah.
All right, so Pharaoh, we're gonna be walking the rest of the way unless we can get a carriage or something. But I'm low on money now. after
I could
that.
tell that the horse didn't like carrying me anyways.
It's okay. He loves to learn to love people. So
While this deal has been taking place, the across the waters in Archwall, Garm and Tefari, you have been exploring this city for a while, and it is very, very, very clouded. It's very clouded, which is another form of crowded.
fluffy people.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I don't know what that was for, but it was not a good roll.
No, it was not a good roll at all.
No.
Tefari, you are bumped for the second time in 2 days, and you look down, and it is another urchin. It's another not particularly well dressed child, and it looks like they're reaching for your pouches.
I need to be right back. The groceries are here. So.
All right, no worries. Garm, you also see this, since you are since you are also with Tefari at that time. So you also see this urchin, and the actually no. Can you Garm? Can you please roll me a perception check? Let's have a quick check. Actually, no. With your don't worry about that. With your passive perception of 10, you can easily see this. This child was not particularly stealthy in this regard. You easily see this child reaching for the sacks of various things that Tefari has on his belt. Garm, are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Yep, no worries. So you see this urchin is reaching for the pouches of Tefari.
Can I roll intimidation?
Sure.
You made the kid pee his
Wow.
pants.
Yeah, with a natural 20, the child looks up at you, and you just happen to just pull your hood ever so slightly back to reveal your your wolfish hyena visage to the child. The child looks at you in utter terror. Swiftly.
And then he grabs him on the shoulder, says, "Touch for the bag, you become my snack. Do you understand, little?"
The child is nodding their head vigorously, looks up at you, and then just shoves what they had in their hand into up at you.
Like, you take this and you become a good person. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah. Utter terror on this poor kid's face. What he hands you, what he hands you, is a very small, about this size, glass cup and a note.
Oh. Little excited, he's like, "Now, forget what you see on my face, and we both could walk different directions. Do you understand?"
Don't know who you are, don't know what you look like.
Good. Now run along and play with your ball.
Yes.
And he just lets go his shoulder and looks
He
at the glass
bolts. This kid just bolts down the street and is very quickly lost to the crowd.
Is it like one of those bottles that you have to open?
It's not a bottle. It's just a cup. It's a very small glass cup, and a note.
Gotcha. Can he read the note?
Yeah, you can read this. It's in common, so you'll be able to read it.
All right.
The notes, yeah. And the note says, "Deliver this to Bridgeguard Inn, in Manchester, in 2 days' time. Look for a man in a brown cloak with a black beard."
Huh. Kind of faintly looks at it. Yeah, I could sense all kinds of weird things going on here. Has Tapari noticed this or not?
Tefari, you can see in Garm's hands a what was I looking for? I've forgotten what it is. You can see in Garm's hands a very small glass cup, and there's he's holding a note.
Okay.
Do you read the note, Garm, to Tefari?
He just hands him the note.
On the note, it says, "Deliver this to Bridgeguard Inn in Manchester in 2 days' time. Look for a man in a brown cloak with a black beard."
In Dutchester, you said, right?
Manchester.
Manchester, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. How did you get that, Grant?
Let's just say there was a certain someone trying to steal your money. I suggest you put it in a safe place for now. Because they nearly became a past tense.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I mean, we've all been attacked by orphanages before, so you know, it's always self-defense. But
Wow.
yeah, probably a good idea to.
Actually, where is Manchester? Oh, there it is. Okay.
I kind of also want to go there and see what's gonna happen.
or some traveling.
It would be some traveling.
Let me think of it.
You know what? Let's flip a coin.
Alrighty.
Oh my lord! So Tefari reaches into his pouch, pulls out
my silver tenner,
pulls out a silver.
and I flip the coin. Heads,
Roll.
we're gonna go there. Tails, we're not gonna go there.
All right.
And a coin flip.
Oh, blimey, he's actually doing it in real life.
We're going.
Alrighty.
Okay then. Tefari, you have never heard of Manchester. This is the first all you've ever known about the hegemony of Fall is that it's a continent area somewhere to the south of the world of Malintar, and there was a divergent school there which you are currently hunting down. That's it. That's all you know.
Cool. Tafari just starts walking, and after like 5 minutes, he says, "I just realized I have no idea where Manchester is. Do you know, Graham?"
Okay, quick intermission.
Mhm.
GM.
Yep.
Would Garm know anything about it? Because he has a feature from his background, Wander.
Okay. What's the feature?
It is called Wander. You have an excellent memory for maps and geography. You can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around. In addition, you could find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Okay. Would you have come through here? You wouldn't have come through Manchester. So as to where Manchester is, you're unsure of it. However, with your Wander of Fate, I imagine that Garn would have at least kept his ears out for things in order to be able to just be aware of what's going on around him. So you know that Manchester is at least from here southwest. Sorry, I had to think about that. My east and west are confused in my head. So you'd have to go at least southwest and across the water.
Alrighty. Wanna wait for Safari to come back?
Yeah, sure. Safari just seen something quite interesting on a market stand and has just wandered off to go and purchase it.
Sorry, I'm back.
And unfortunately was rather unsuccessful in purchasing said distracting item.
I'm gonna open my third soda can. Alrighty, so he says, "Well, I have not been to the place, but I got an ear out for it. It's southwest ish, and I think I probably know how to get there, shortest or longest. Who knows? We could always ask directions from wandering vagabonds."
Yeah, let's just go in that direction, and if we, probably some guard will have a vague idea at least.
Oh,
All
I'm
right.
just saying I'm a homeless person.
All right, so tell me, what are you both doing? Are you looking for a guard or are you looking for a vagabond? What do you want to do?
We're looking for a vagabondish-looking guard. Oddly specific, I know, but
All right. Roll me a perception check, the both of you.
Considering kind of the seedy place of the city you've been in so far, though, I'm pretty sure that won't be that hard.
With those perception
Wow.
checks, neither of you see a vagabondish-looking guard. It seems to be quite a very specific criteria. So no, that's very specific criteria is unfortunately not a possibility. However,
I want to meet
with
one of these.
yeah, I want to be one too. With your perception roll, Tifari, you do, however, you are, however, able to find the local town guard. You're easily able to find one of them. The town guard are a uniformed military force. Military in the sense that that's what this sort of age has. There aren't actually policemen. It's the policemen were the military. So it is a uniformed military person, just leaning sort of casually on his halberd. The clothing he's wearing is this white and red uniform, and on his on his breastplate you can see emblazoned what was it, what are those things called?
Sigil?
Yeah, it's a sigil, but it's made of scales.
Embroidery.
No, it's made of scales. It's the sigil is of a pair of weighing scales. Over
that kind of scales.
yeah, those a pair of weighing scales. You know, like the sort of Lady Justice weighing scales.
Libra.
Yeah, the lever scales. It's a pair of lever weighing scales over stylized water.
All right. I approach him and I tell him, "You there, bondman. I have a question for you."
Well,
And I do my best look of a nobleman. Trying to convince him.
roll me a performance check.
And they're just called balance skills.
I was afraid this would happen.
Nice.
You look like a nobleman to him. It's you're looking pretty. He's here as you approach in your nobleman-esque aesthetic.
A little more exotic nobleman.
Little bit more exotic, but yes. But you look like somebody who's proud, who's an individual, and an individual of at least some worth, if not money. But you look like a nobleman. He stands a little bit more straighter. So how can I help you, sir?
Pretty cool.
Okay. While he is in this whole convincing, I telepathically send to Kitsune to let Garm know, go along with it. Play the act. And I tell him,
Garm, this little fox approaches you and looks up at you. And then familiars can't speak, unfortunately.
no, they can't.
They can't speak, and so this fox starts.
Really
this
good
fox
theater
looks.
player.
It's a really good theater. This fox looks at you, then looks at Tifari, then looks at you, and
then looks at the squirrel.
Slightly hungry.
he plays. No, he doesn't look at his girl, but they sort of does this weird sort of dance in a way. You can make me. You can make me an insight check. You make me an insight check to figure out what the hell this fox is trying to tell you to do.
Yeah. Okay, not bad.
Easy.
Could you roll me a performance check, please, for the fox? And performance is charisma.
I hate it. It's -2.
So it'll be, yeah, he's not proficient, so good luck.
Do it, buddy. So that would be an 11.
That's yeah, that would be an 11. It's you think you can understand what he's saying. You think he says, "Okay, just do what Tifari's doing."
Excellent.
You think?
No.
You think? It certainly seems to indicate that, yeah, okay, I need to be at least following along with what Tefari is doing right now, in some way.
Told you, this fox is like the William Shakespeare of TV.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
right now, yeah,
All the
absolutely.
animals in this group
What?
are awesome.
So so I'll go up to guard. I
his
told him.
little squirrel friend came out of his hood. Garm looks out and is like, "Can you understand this, my little friend?"
This your little squirrel friend. It looks down at the fox, and then immediately sort of scampers back into the hood, and it starts rustling underneath your the fur at the back of your head, on your neck.
He starts ratatouilleing him.
Ah. Well then.
Except for making meals, it's for playing his music.
Well, I'm gonna go off my best judgment.
Alrighty then.
Best rolling performance.
Not just yet. Tifari.
Yeah, so I walked up to the guardsman, told him, bondsman, he's straight, and I tell him, me and my servant here are looking to go on a little day trip into the countryside. You know, apparently the plebs likes it when we noblemen entertain them a bit. And you know, equality and all that. You know the issue yourself, good sir. You know the issue yourself, most assuredly.
Roll me a. Oh, jeez. Okay, never forget that. Roll me a. Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Why do I always go for shit I'm really bad at?
Oh!
What is it with ones? It's 3 ones in a night.
The guardsman looks at you. He says, "Yes, well, sure." Metcha says that way and just points.
Okay. Oh, thank you, good sir. Thank you. And have a lovely day. And I tip him a silver piece. You know, have a drink on me. Have a drink on me, sir.
Right.
I'm not trying to bribe him or anything. It's just I'm appreciative of his services.
He pockets it. Pocketed. Oh my god, I can't say that word now. Pocketed it. Jeez, now I know the problem that Stephen Fry has. He pocketed it. He pocketed it. Fuck. He pockets it.
He pouches it.
It pouches it. There we go. He pouches it. That works. He pouches it. Oh fuck's sake.
We don't have pockets in this world. We got backpacks and pouches.
Just gives you a slight nod. You can get the sense that while you were trying to, you know, be the nobleman, and, you know, put this person in their place and trying to somewhat get a good rapport going with this guard.
There we go.
You just insulted him. But
I should have given him a copper piece.
You insulted him when you spoke to him, but the silver piece that you gave him somewhat offset the very snobbish, impolite nobleman that you just portrayed yourself as to him. The direction he pointed you towards was towards the west gate of Archwall, where it's not too far away from where you are. You can see it quite easily in the distance, and that's the direction that he pointed you to go.
All right. I'm going that direction, and I ask Garm if he follows me.
I got enough else.
Telling him I got pretty solid directions.
All right. So you both start heading out to the west of to the west gate of Archwall. Across the water in the small ferry port town of Catchester, Sykes and Farrell, you have just made a deal with two dwarves, and you have, well, presumably led them back to the inn come hotel where you were staying, introduced the horses to them, and have sent them on their way.
Yeah, I would have told them they're not riding horses, but they'll get you where you need to. So
these horses are Shire horses, so they're large.
Yeah.
They're quite large.
Okay, we got a problem.
And so these dwarves look up at them, and they look at you. And Tassin looks as well. Looks at you and says, "Well, if you don't mind, we'll walk."
Okay. I mean, you can still take these guys with you, or do you want to take these guys with you? Otherwise, I'll gladly take them. No, they're workhorses. They'll help you in the field. You take them.
Well, how many horses do you have at home?
4.
No, you have 2.
Oh, these 2.
Well, I suggest that we take them with us then.
Thank you, GM. Yeah, you go ahead. Thank you once again for helping me with this. And I'll see you when I see you next.
All right.
I think Zelma's internet crashed.
Yeah, so Selma's internet did just crash. Yes. But he'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. I do also want to point out, I thought of a new title for your campaign. It's the Tale of Two Lives.
Tale of Two Lives. Oh, jeez. Well, we'll see. So you send them on your way. You send them on their way. What would you both like to do?
I think our next goal is to go to, what was it, Dutchester, right? Like, we're gonna go take the ferry to go across.
You want to go to Dutchester?
Yeah, because I think that's where the Catchester and Dutchester connect via ferry, right? Yeah,
Catchester and Manchester do connect via ferry. This is true.
Okay, yeah.
I've also shared the Hegemony of Full map with you guys if you want to. I've had it up in a separate tab. Yeah. It is connected by ferry. It's a couple of hours. At least that's what the ferryman will be telling you. It's a 2-hour journey at least to get to the other side.
That's fine with me. Good with you, Farrell?
Yes. It'll be exciting to cross the ocean.
We'll get to find out if you're seasick or not.
It'll set you back.
I'll never be sick of the sea.
It'll set you back 2 silver pieces each.
Okay.
I can do that.
2 silver pieces. Good thing I did a little convert. All right. Or before the actual thing started. Yeah, I hand them my 2 silver.
All right.
We get on.
He looks at Farrell and holds out his hand.
Oh yeah, I give him the 2 silver.
Much obliged. We'll be casting off in half an hour.
Sounds good. Just find something to do.
The ferry that you're about to board, it's essentially a very small sloop. If for those of you that know what that type of ship is, it's a very small, relatively fast-looking ship with a single sail. That's a single triangular sail. There are oars.
Like a classic sailboat depiction.
Yeah, it's similar, except this is designed in order to be able to fit more people on it. It can fit a total of about 10 people. Not include the sail hands and captain. Of which there are 3.
When I got on the ship, I would have, after kind of taking a break, I kind of feel comfortable at the bow of the ship, like the front.
Okay.
So that's where I would go, put all my, put my backpack on the side, close by still, so I can keep all my stuff nearby. But then I, take out my incense which looks like a cigarette or like a cigar, and
Oh, that's not actually a. Oh.
yeah, and I take out the tinder box and I light one up and start smoking it.
All
You start
right.
smoking incense.
But
Oof.
they don't have cigarettes. That's the closest thing I got.
You've got. Let's say you've got tobacco weed.
Okay.
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I feel like tobacco
Okay.
definitely would make sense.
Let's say that's one of the things you had in your house at the time.
Okay,
Or it's-
how much would I
it's-
have had? Because I should have just bought incense and then just had that.
You would have. Well, are you is Sykes a regular smoker?
Yes.
All right, then you would then you'd have.
He's not. He buys the good stuff. It's like flavorful and stuff. So he understands that it's bad for you. So he buys the stuff that's not terribly horrible for your body.
Oh, you buy, you don't grow it.
So
Oh,
yeah,
he's a good. He buys it because he knows growing it registeredly, kind of screws things up for his farm. So that's one of the things he goes out when he goes on hunts too. He'll go buy.
Okay, so you wouldn't have had, unless you want to spend some time here in Catchstone searching for searching for a place that would sell tobacco. You're not going to have a lot with you. You're going to have enough for at least 10 smokes. Just a quick public service announcement.
Yeah.
If you do fancy having a smoke, please do try and look after yourselves. Smoking is not something that is good for your health. We are not advocating smoking, and we're not advertising smoking in any way. So, but please do look after yourselves if you do decide to do it. Back to the show, though.
Yeah, not good for your wallet, not good for your health.
He never does it on the hunt because he knows that if he's chasing something, that if they can smell smoke nearby, it alerts them. He never does it while he's doing any activity. So farming, hunting, running, stuff like that. So when they're traveling, he never does that. It's only when they've got it's only when he has an opportunity to take a breather, So that's why he's not like, he's been alive for 400 years, doing
Gotcha.
this.
He
doesn't do it often.
It's his sort of relaxing moment.
Mm-hmm. It's like having the once every month, or not like if you're someone who likes alcohol but only drinks it like once every 2 or 3 months kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. It's like me and my pipe. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's me.
So you did you want to damn well all that talk was this is why I should not read the chats. Are you going to spend some time here in Catchster at least searching for somewhere that sells tobacco, or are you going to just board the ship?
I'll go with what I've got right now.
Okay.
I think I've got enough to last me till Duchess or even Archwell.
Oh,
So
you'll
buy
have
some later.
All right, sure, fair enough. And it's not Farrell. Would you like to do anything?
Just trying to get his bearings on the boat, he might be understanding what Sykes is talking about, seasickness, ooh,
Roll me.
it moves back and forth. It's weird, hard to get your balance.
Roll me a dexterity save.
Hopefully he's not bad at that, so nope.
You just made that.
Oh.
The DC for this was very low, and you just made that. The feeling of the sensation of movement under your feet is very disconcerting. You've spent all your life on land. Nothing's ever moved under your feet. And if something has moved onto your feet, if the ground under your feet has moved, it's because it's telling you that there's something very big approaching you. This is weird. Oh, there's something underneath you. Yeah, this is weird. It's very gentle. The water is very calm here right now, at least in the harbor. It's very gentle movement. It seems to be fairly regular. But by God, how the hell are you meant to keep your feeting here? You do keep your feeting. You don't immediately fall over.
Do I hear him stumbling about?
You
Yeah,
would.
it's probably not graceful. Yeah.
It's not
Well-
graceful, and the sloop is not particularly large, so you would definitely see this. The other passengers that are already on board, and the ones that are making their way on board, do also see this, and are beginning to give you a bit of a wide berth.
I just kind of speak a little louder. I don't even turn around though. I just say it's like riding a horse. You just go with its movements, and you'll be just fine.
I typically walk where I go.
And you carry on trying to keep your footing on a moving moving land.
He quickly tries to find a place where you can sit down, so he doesn't have to at least be on his feet.
Easy.
Come to the bow front here. It's nice and windy up here.
I like water, but for swimming, I don't like being on top of it. It is
I
odd.
just look at him and it's like, if you want, you could just jump in the water and we could tie something to you. It'll drag you. I don't think you'll like it, but
I don't think I'd be able to last 2 hours, unfortunately.
Sorry, Sykes, are you suggesting to keel haul Farrell?
no, he's being sarcastic. But yes, he's saying, like, just sit tight. We'll be all right.
It's
We'll
not
make it
long.
to deserve.
It's not long
But-
before the captain you hear the captain shout, "Cast off!" And you see the other sailors which man this ship begin untying the ropes that tie the ship to the dock. And
I'll put my hat in. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And begin just carry it. I was going to say going to begin gently pushing off from the dockside.
I was just gonna say, I take off my hat, put it in my backpack. It's like a treasure of mine, so I don't want it blowing away. in
Yeah,
the
you don't
wind,
want that
so-
flying off. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
a pretty
so
good
I
idea.
stuff it in my bag.
The ship
that's all.
casts off, and the journey to the harbour entrance is not particularly long. Within a few minutes, you do find yourselves at the entrance that's exit to the harbour, and then the sail goes up fully, and the wind catches it, and then you're now moving swiftly across the water. Sykes, have you been on water before?
Probably. I mean, I've probably been to Archwall a little bit everywhere. In
All right,
the
so
past from my adventures.
You're
So I've
used to
definitely
it.
been on water.
You're used to it. You know how the waves work, and you know the feel of it, and you're used to this.
Like riding a
Farrell, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
It's pretty good. The sensation of moving quickly and being at the mercy of the elements definitely starts to make you a little bit worried, and you do feel a slight churning in the stomach. But it's very quickly after a while you suddenly find yourself relaxing a lot more, and that churning goes. And yeah, just being there and just feeling the wind and the waves and having the salt spray, this is actually really quite pleasant, and you do not find yourselves chugging over the side of the ship.
Actually, Edward, Jim, I have been in water before, but this is partially also the reason why I smoke. Calming my nerves.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't know that, but thank you.
Yeah.
Farrell also starts like
I just
You know,
thought of that
repeating
while he
some
was rolling that.
mantras.
I'm like, wait a minute, Farrell has a better con save than I do. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's why I
That
smoke.
works.
Just to- yeah.
That works. Cool.
yeah, and
I don't,
Farrell
I don't
he,
have
like,
a great con, so
he like repeats like some mantras like in Giant or something like that, like to calm his nerves.
if
Absolutely
you want
fine.
me to roll two, I will.
No. You.
Okay.
I'm not going to make you roll because you
Gotcha.
decided to smoke because you smoked up. If you
Okay,
hadn't
cool.
if you hadn't smoked up, I would have asked a Constitution saving throw. But you smoked up, and so you're good.
Okay, so like anytime I feel nervous, I probably would smoke up. So
Sure. The journey is, as I said, it takes roughly about 2 hours before you find yourselves in the opposite port of Dutchester. You can tell that these two cities are inextricably linked. It is not while you're out in the water, you see other small sloops making their way towards you, and there's when you're watching, you see the captain of the ship which you're on give a quick wave to the one on the other side, and looking behind you also see another sloop that is just beginning to cast off from the Catchester. It's very obvious that these two cities are inextricably linked, and ferrying goods and people is a very common practice between these two.
okay, so you said there's a ferry passing us?
Yep.
I just kind of waved to them.
a few passengers on the other side sort of glance across. There's that sort of awkward wave that happens.
And then I go back to smoking.
You find yourselves in the harbour of Dutchester, alighting from your first experience of being on water. Dutchester is, for want of better words, an exact copy of Catchester, except reflected.
Makes sense.
The only difference is that there is a very clear and very obvious route from the harbour to the North Gate. It is like just literally.
Okay.
This is the route, and it is also very obvious that many people who alight from Dutchester Harbour are going straight down that route, and it's also very obvious that there are people who are also going the same way. This is the main thoroughfare of Dutchester. There are a few shops around, not many though.
Okay. Yeah, I guess now that I'm in Dutchester, I'll head inside and see if I can find a shop that sells tobacco.
You smoked a lot of it in that 2 hours.
Roll me an investigation check. Tifari and Garm, you have while this is by this time the pair of you have made your way out of the gate now. Are you looking to travel on foot or by horse?
Would we have any idea how long it takes for us to walk there?
You would not, no, Tifari. Garm, if you wish, you could try and roll me a survival check to see if it would be survival.
Yeah, it will be survival.
Would it be survival? Okay, you can try. You could roll me a survival check to see how long it would take. You're not sure.
That's stealth.
No, that's a stealth one. Sorry.
Oh,
Very
That's
good.
it.
Okay, you would know that with your you've never been to Manchester, but you know that it's at least southwest of Archwell. With your Wanderer fate, it's not fate, ability. You'd know that it would take about a full day walking to get to Manchester, and the only reason why it would take a full day to get to Manchester walking is because you would have to cross Penchester. You'd have to cross the water between Penchester and Manchester. Penchester and Manchester are also two towns that are inextricably linked the same way as Dutchester and Catchester are. The longest part of the journey would be the walking from Archwell to Penchester.
he looks at Tafari's and says, well, it takes a full day to get there on foot. If we go by horses, it's a heck of a lot shorter. But it's up to you if you want to spend more money on horses. And letting you know, I don't like horses. Me and horses,
I was about to say, what are the odds they have a horse for your size? So
Yeah,
yeah,
horses
let's
don't
just
get along. Let's just.
yeah, fair. Yeah, let's just have a walk.
Right, you begin walking. The fresh air from the cliffside here, sorry, not cliffside, but the fresh air from the side of the water, it's really quite refreshing. And before long, the island nature begins to sort of envelop you, or at least along your left hand side, and you're making your way down to Penchester. The road is quite busy. This is obviously a very common thoroughfare between Penchester and Archwall, and there's quite a lot of foot traffic along here. Is there anything that you'd like to do before I head back?
Not really. I think we
Okay.
just wanna.
All right, sure. You're making your way. It's beginning to. By now, it's about mid-afternoon. By the time you're actually on the way, it's about mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Heading back to Dutchester. Your investigation check there, Sykes, of the 6. No.
Yeah, he's bad at finding it. He likes to smoke it, but
Yeah,
he
no.
never
This
finds the
is.
right kinds.
And one of the other things that you certainly feel that you've noticed is that there are very few stores here, and if there are stores, it's a convenience store for the locals, and that's it.
It's all right. I might have a tiny little bit left, so I'll put it out.
You won't. You will have.
I won't have any.
No. You will have. I said 15. Did I say 15?
Okay.
How many smokes did I say?
I think it was 10 or 15.
It was one of the two. I can't remember which one I said. How many?
Yeah.
Those who are watching, please do let me know how much I said, because I can't remember.
I'm okay with 10 if you want to go with 10. So
Let's go with 10. You had 10 smokes, and you have enough for 10 smokes, and 2 hours. I'd say you'd spend 2.
1 an hour, maybe.
1 an hour, yeah.
Okay.
This is the good stuff. You're not going to meet somebody smoking it quickly.
Yeah. Sounds good.
1 an hour. So
Okay.
you don't wait.
I think I'll be fine then for a little while, since I don't smoke it too often. I guess we can try finding the town hall, see if they have a translator here too. Oh wait, no. Well, yeah, you never know. I was gonna say if it's an exact copy but duplicate, they're not gonna have one either.
It's you never know. You could always try, but you do know where the town hall is, so
Okay.
feel free.
Yeah, I'll go to the town hall.
All right, you head to the town hall, and it's not the town hall. While the building is very similar, it is not the same.
It's like
When you walk, it's all made of paper. When you walk inside,
no, it's backwards. No.
when you walk inside, instead of that sort of very cozy wood paneling, it's what's the word? It's not whitewashed walls. It feels a lot more open and fresh in here. It's not that sort of cozy dark wood paneling. It is now very light, a very light sort of off-white color that spreads around the walls. There is, of course, the map of the area right in front of you. This map, however, is a lot larger than the one in Catchester. Catchester just showed the surrounding area and Dutchester. There's a lot of Chesters here.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing this now.
There's like 4 of them all in one little spot.
Yeah, I'm just realizing this now. Anyways,
It's okay.
this map, however, shows the entire island area where you are,
Ooh, okay.
with Archwall being represented very, very clearly. And behind the very sort of light-looking desk is an elf.
Okay. Quick question. I did want to know, what are those like 2 mid-step in the 2 town-looking things in between Dutchshire and
Between
Penchester.
Butchester and Penchester.
Yeah.
Those are small. Well, on the map in front of you, there is marked Dalin and Torgath.
Dallin and Torgath.
Yeah, Dalin and Torgath. Dalin is the town directly to the left of Dutchester, and Torgath is the one across.
Okay. Oops. Alright, and then I will head to the counter.
And Dalin is Dalin, and Torgath is Torgaith.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. So cross and
Yeah, I should write that down too, just in case.
gotcha. All right. So yeah, then I will head behind the or not behind the counter. I'll head to the counter.
Mhm.
And is there a translator I can speak to that works here?
The
Or somewhere
clerk
in town?
the elf clerk that you approach is in sort of almost a uniform. It doesn't look as officious as the halfling that you spoke to in Colchester.
Okay.
But they look at you and said, "No, we don't have a translator here. I suggest that you try one of the major cities."
Okay. That's what I was thinking, but there's always a chance, you know.
Yes, of course. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Do you
Farrell,
know
do you
where
need
we
any-
do you know where we could look in the larger city? If it's big, it might be hard to find things.
That is of course an issue with larger cities. Yes,
They must have a town hall too, though. So
there are town
might-
halls.
yeah. Okay.
I love
thank you for your
the
time.
patronizing tone that she had right there. Just-
Thank you for your time, ma'am.
Simply nods, and you head off on your way. What would you like to do?
I don't really have anything to do in Dutchester, so I'm fairly down to just head to Archwall.
Really
Might
excited.
take a little
to
bit
know-
longer since we're on foot now, so.
I'm really eager to know what this note says.
From where you are, it'll take you about a day. It'll take you it'll now take you about a day and a half to get there, simply because it is now the middle of the day. So if you set off now, you would need to camp.
Okay.
The same goes for you, Tifari and Garm. Is that if you where you both are now, by the time you reached Penchester, you would either be looking at having to have camped beforehand, or you would be having to push yourselves.
Question
Because-
really quick. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, carry on.
Oh. Would the terrain be one of the reasons why it's a bit slower?
No, it's just simply distance.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty far.
It's
Okay.
just simply distance. That's it.
And the
Alright.
time of day.
Yeah.
So
and
you
time of
say
day.
when we get about halfway, Farrell, we can get or like probably sometime around dusk, we set up camp, go find some food.
Yes, I can help you hunt. Not like you need the help, but
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, we'll keep walking until dusk then.
All right. The pathway from Dutchester to Archwall is very much like the path from. Let me just scroll out here so that our viewers can see it just a little bit better.
yeah,
The path
full island.
the full island. So you've got Penchester over here and Dutchester over here. The path from Dutchester to Archwall is very much like the one from Archwall to Penchester, a very busy one. It's very clear that these are used thoroughfares. A lot of laden wagons passed you on the way, as well as those people riding horses.
Ooh. Actually, wait, how much? Okay. Do any of them look like they're traveling twice as fast as we are? Like, or does it look like there could be any carts that might be able to get to town? I might try and flag one down.
Okay,
Or I guess are any of them? Sorry, are any of them has? Okay.
Make me a.
My bad.
Just like, make me a perception check, please.
Like that was like the perfect onomatopoeia for flabbergast. Like,
yes, you do. With an 18, you manage to spot someone who has an empty wagon. Obviously, empty wagons go slightly quicker than full wagons. So, and this person is obviously watching him approach. You can tell that he'll probably overtake you within a few minutes or so.
Okay, I'll just stick up my thumb, trying to check.
Is that a gesture that exists in Malintar?
It does now.
Yes.
It does now. So you stick your thumb out, and the wagon driver. Yeah.
If I catch him noticing my thumb, I'm gonna hold up a gold piece with the thumb.
The wagon driver slows down. It's a not a well-off human, but it is a human in workers' clothing.
I just
Essentially.
Say, when do you think you're making it to Archwall?
Oh, well, all right, I'm going. Probably by nightfall.
Okay, you got room for an elf and a tall furbolg?
He looks in the back of his wagon. Farrell, you're pretty tall, so you can see in the back of the wagon. It's completely empty. Yeah, I think I've got some room.
All right, I flip him the gold.
He catches it. Does the thing under his teeth. Oh, that's real.
Oh yeah, does the bite check? Yeah.
Does the bite check.
Awesome. All right, Farrell, let's go.
Get him.
Jump in.
Thank you, sir.
You jump in and relieving your feet.
Yes.
Tefari and Garm. Well, it worked, yeah. Tefari and Garm, unless it's something that you both want to do, or something similar, you are going to have to camp eventually, and you're going to have but you could either carry on to Penchester, in which case I would need you both to roll me a Constitution saving throw in order to not take a point of exhaustion, or you could camp somewhere fairly close by outside Penchester. What would you both like to do?
Oh, I just noticed. Yeah.
No, this is for Tefari and Garm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's camp. Let's continue on to Penchester. And have a nice, relaxing sit in there.
Sure, you can do that. As I said before, in order to get to Penchester, you would have to push yourselves through the night a little bit. So, unless you want to camp, in which case then you would have to camp outside, and you then proceed the following morning. It's entirely up to you.
No, I prefer a nice, comfy bed.
All right.
Farrell, you still good to do a camp tonight? We could probably just camp outside of Archwell. We'll just be at the city instead of halfway now.
Depends on when. Yeah, he said we'll get there at night, so that.
True. I've got 1 gold left though, so it's. Well, I mean, I've got silver too. Never mind. Yeah, we could probably get a room.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Sykes, do you not remember that you also sold your weapons?
Yeah, I know. But I
Have
gave
you-
90 gold away, and I tipped the.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
tipped
true.
the bar-
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You did. I
I've
forgot.
got-
I forgot.
Yeah.
He's been spending a lot of money.
You spent a lot of money. Yeah.
I
You
have
spent a
2
lot of
gold
money, yeah.
left. I have 2 gold, 6 silver, and 3 copper left.
Oh,
Hey, if we
jeez.
run into any street
I know.
urchins, they don't have much to take from you.
That's
so-
why I'm like, we should still camp, but if we want a room, I think we'll be okay.
It seems like Archwall is pretty infamous for people stealing money, so it's a good thing that we don't have much.
Tefari and Garm, please could you both roll me a Constitution saving throw, as it is now approaching dusk, and when you would normally be going to sleep, you would continue to travel. So please roll me down there. Oh, nice.
18.
Very nice. You're fine.
Oh,
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Garm.
In
While
everything.
yeah, you're used to sort of when you're feeling tired, you're used to sort of going, it's time to sleep now. Time to stop. But Tefari is going, no. We've got to keep going. We're almost there, mate. Come on, let's keep
Only
going.
got 2 days.
only 2 days.
He just keeps saying that. Only 2 days. Only 2 days. Only 2 days. And you just fine. You carry on. You do take a point of exhaustion, which I think I will be able to add to your sheets because I have ability things, effects.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Don't know if it's a thing though.
I think it is.
Or is it maybe called fatigue?
It might be called
What's
fatigue,
that?
actually. No, it's
Oh, I
actually
don't
not.
see- Yeah, I don't
no,
see
I think
either
it's
of
just
them in here.
exhaustion.
Wow, that's kind of odd.
1
It's
to 6.
yeah, it's 1 to 6, exhaustion 1 to 6, which is kind of weird. It's not actually in effect in.
You don't see it there? It's called unconscious.
That's a little more.
But basically,
He just
You
passes
now
out
have,
on the side of the road.
so Garm, you now have disadvantage on ability checks. Just to make you aware, you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah, and the rolls have already been so good. Now you have disadvantage. Now you'll
Alright,
roll a 20
so-
and then you'll roll a 1.
By the time that
That's how we catch up.
that's how you catch up to the yeah. By the time when Farrell and Sykes have are just about entering the city of Archwall, the two of you, Tefari and Garm, are almost at Penchester. It is not. It is. You can see the lights. You can see the torchlight ahead of you, and before long, you are in Penchester. But Garm, you are feeling a bit grumpy now at this robed wizard, mage-like individual who's pestering you to get a move on. Entering Penchester, it is now night time. The streets are quiet, except for the local inn. What would you like to do?
Do we see any guards still around?
Oh yeah, there are guards.
All right. Well, I'd like to walk up to a guard. And how will I begin this time? Good night, good bondsman. How has your day been so far, good sir?
Roll me, please, performance check.
Shooting myself in the foot with this.
You really are, yeah.
Yeah. Not
I'm
bad.
just gonna keep trying.
Yeah, well, 30 is pretty good. 13 is pretty good. Let's see if he. I don't have the stats for him, but let's see. He's the guardsman that you approach is they're now, you can see that they're walking around in pairs now. Clearly they're meant to be holding the peace here in Penchester. And they look at you. They sort of stand a little bit straighter. How can we help you, sir?
Me and my servant here are looking for a enjoyable place, somewhat on our class to stay.
Garm, I would like you to roll me a stealth check, please. With disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Which one again?
Stealth check.
Stealth.
Disadvantage and then stealth.
Oh.
You're really tired, and this is not normal for you to be doing this. As a problem with this, you have started to let yourself slip. I'm going to see if the guards. Well, let me just pull up the. Let me just pull up some stats here now, just in case.
Roll a 1, just like last time, please.
I should have stayed asleep today.
Yeah.
Just drag me along, I'll sleep.
Garden
These
just buys the
are-
shirt
What
that
I
I woke
need
up for
now
this.
is tea just to calm down a little.
Well, let's just see, because these guys are they're human guards. They don't have dark sight. Unfortunately, they do. Unfortunately, they do spot your more animal physique. Tefari, you need to roll me a persuasion check.
No idea where the dice is going. Or what's happening. No, I didn't roll. What?
Oh,
Okay.
maybe it's.
Well, that's good because it was a 3. Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's not 3.
I should have stayed asleep.
You should have stayed asleep. Yeah. The guard looks at you, Tefari, and then looks at Garn, and looks at you and says, "Are you having a laugh?"
Good, sir. I am not laughing at all. Me and my manservant here. Well,
That thinks you're manservant.
I'm not. Manservant seems like you are stereotyping him, sir. And
You
I'm
look-
not sure if he's okay
Tefari-
with that. Garm,
Tefari-
are you okay with being stereotyped like this?
Looking back at Garm, you see Garm in his full gnoll form.
Okay. That's a good point. I keep on forgetting that Tefari doesn't. Yeah, that's the first time you've seen that too.
This is the first time you have seen Garm in his actual form. This is Garm. Welcome to Garm.
Hello, Garm. Again, actor, keeping in the role. My local sort of manservant. Let's just go with manservant for now. It makes the conversation easier. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? I mean, yeah, I know it's gonna be weird. Null servant, manservant, humanoid servant. You know.
Yeah.
It's so
Don't care.
confusing.
Really don't care. Don't care if he's affiliated or not. He's not allowed in.
He's not feral. He's tame.
He's a gnoll. All
Yeah, but he
gnolls
does
are not
tricks.
tame.
No, he does tricks. Seriously, he does tricks.
Aren't
He
you
does the
sized
best
like-
tricks in the world. I can let him play you a song, and it will make you cry. I swear. 100%. I'm betting you a gold piece.
I'm betting you money.
Roll me persuasion. Garm, would you?
Garm,
Garm,
please help me.
I was about to ask. Are you going to help Tefari in this?
Yes.
Whoa.
How are you going to help him?
Well, okay. Looking at all my proficiencies. all that I
Well,
got,
just
I-
describe how you are going to help Tefari in his role of persuading the guards that you are a musical servant towards Tefari.
Well, good guard. I known this man for a long time. He kinda helps me out with certain things within my tribe. Unfortunately, my tribe kinda more or less destroyed by the black things. Do you see any black things on me? He kind of showed his teeth at the guard.
Man, tribal tattoos.
Oh God. How is he going to read that?
I
The
tried
guard,
to
the guard,
distract the guard.
the guard immediately lowers his spear at you. When you try to bare your fangs at him to show, hey, look, I haven't got any black fangs. He just immediately lowers your spear at you, at him. Yeah, he immediately lowers his spear at you, pointing it directly at you.
Whoa. I'm not baring my teeth to bite you. I'm shown. Okay?
Okay,
So
what
you
you're
show
doing,
that
you're
I'm
not
not-
allowed in here.
I give up. Safari, you're gonna be alone in this one.
And
Once
you,
again,
if you're with him, you can also go.
Oh, jeez.
oh, but really, you have not seen what this Knoll servant can do. I swear. It dances, he sings, there's a fox that dances, there's a squirrel that's gonna dance. I swear, it's like a circus.
Roll me,
Yeah,
you
there's
Full
circus.
on
like circus.
circus. I swear.
roll me persuasion check, and it's going to have to be fucking good. Unfortunately, Garm, you are not going to be able to help him because you haven't been able to play or anything. Just like show, hey, I'm with
He's
you
just
guys.
his face is in the ground.
So-
He's just.
Roll me persuasion, please, and it's going to have to be fucking good.
That was pretty good. Why does it not say? Oh, wait. Huh? Oh, I did it wrong again. Shit.
Oh, you have to throw it in the chat for it to show up.
Oh,
Oh!
Nope, the guard is not. The guards are not persuaded, and you can tell that you're. That the aggressive guard, the aggressive attitude that the guards are currently holding right now, they're beginning to summon others.
Jeez. You
Dawn's
guys gonna
like,
get lynched.
Okay, I'll be.
do we have an idea of how many guards there are in the village?
No,
We're gonna attack the village.
And it's like, okay, I'm gonna take my leave before things start going out of hand. I wanna sleep.
What, Garm? I am gonna go with you, but you guards, you have missed out on an opportunity. You could have earned a lot of money here. You chose not to. This is pretty much you are shooting yourself in the foot. You're missing out. I swear, this is the dumbest decision you've made in your life. But hey, it's fine. It's fine. You know.
The most entertaining
This is
night
the
of my
most-
life.
yeah,
This was the only chance in your life to see a singing gnoll, a dancing fox,
I
and a dancing squirrel.
honestly do not care. Leave and do not come back.
Well, Garm is gonna. He's gonna retrace his steps right back to the nearly to the start, but he's gonna go into the forest.
Sure, no worries.
You're gonna say he's gonna go
You-
back to Archball.
No,
Terry's
you
actually
head back out into the just outside Manchester, and there is a small wooded area just outside Manchester to the right, where you could make your camp. Tefari, the guards are looking very well. They give you a very obvious "you follow and you leave" nudge with the spear point.
Oh, he nudges me with the spear point.
But he's not going to physically attack you. He's not going to physically touch you. But the indication is you're going as well.
He just kind of like points. Goes
Yeah, he
back.
points
Yeah.
with the spear. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's extremely tempting to react.
Your you can you can roll me a perception check if you want.
Oh,
Oh god, Fantasy Grounds is just not helping you today. Bloody hell, jeez.
Really?
Safari's just like, where did he go?
Yeah, you only you only see the two guards in front of you.
Right, I'll follow Garm and I'll follow Garm.
Okay, cool. You follow Garm outside, and Garm has disappeared. You can roll me a survival check to find out where the hell he's gone to, because Garm has gone and found a location with disadvantage.
Nice.
Oh, with disadvantage.
You are human, so you do not see you're. It is now quite dark outside, so it's very hard to see.
Ooh.
Yeah, so two.
But I can have my fox look for Garm.
This is true. You can, if you want to do that. That's absolutely fine. In which case, you would. It would be with. This would be with advantage.
These little rolls, man.
Here.
So perception check with advantage.
There
Nice.
we go.
Very nice. Are you looking through? Are you looking through Kitsune's eyes or not? Or are you just simply? Are you just simply in telepathic mode?
No, I'll have Kitsune out to scout.
Sure. It's not very long, and it's very easy for Kitsune to smell Garm. What does he smell like? It's a very strange question, I know, but
Fresh lilac.
I can't believe I'm gonna put this on my search history on what does hyena smell like? That's the question of the day.
it can be whatever you like, mate.
Oh, okay. Before Google. Okay. Well, it looks like he's going to be smelling of cheap soap
Cheap soap.
and
Sure.
forestation because of a moss on his back.
Oh, okay.
All right.
A bit minty or something. Ooh.
All right then. That is exactly what you. That's exactly what Kitsune smells. This cheap soap dog-like smell reaches his nose, and the ears start twitching. You get well, it's not you get the sense. Kitsune basically says to you, I think he's over here, and he stinks. Weird. It's a very strange smell.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go in that direction.
Sure, no worries. You can see that the excuse me for taking slight ownership here, Garm, but I'm just moving the story on a little bit. You have Garm has found a small clearing within the wooded area to the right of Penchester, and is currently setting up camp for himself at least.
Alright, well, I'm gonna join him, and while I'm setting up my stuff, my sleeping bag and all that, I tell him, well, good man, that did not go exactly as I intended it to go. But, all is forgiven, I forgive you. And, yeah, we should be fine next time.
Well, I mean, let's just say I understand your reaction. We're not for friends. Just gotta hope that none of everyone. Let's just say if you don't catch me on a bad day and very hungry, I will not hesitate to take one of my own friends as a
Ow!
I will hesitate to eat you.
Wow, okay.
Alright.
Whoa, nice.
With
Hey,
that,
I'm friendly, but it doesn't mean that I am friendly when I'm
Let's just get some food in us, and we'll see then.
Garm gets
prefer to
hangry.
sleep before I
a pair of you bed down for the night. Just north in Archwall, Farrell and Sykes, you have entered. This happened just after you've arrived. So you've just arrived in Archwall. What's the pair of you looking to do?
And it's nightfall now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first things first, we need a tavern with rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go look for that.
All right.
I guess.
Yeah. Is there also someone that can maybe give us directions to, where we might need to go?
Yeah, I haven't been to Archwall often, so I don't know if it changed anything over the years.
Yeah, we might need to look for someone to point it out.
Would there be another tall? Actually,
There is the gentleman who drove you in.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, duh.
actually
Yeah.
true. Have you been to
You know that.
Archwell? a lot, sir?
I have been to Whitewall a while.
Do you know where the tavern, or at least an inn, would be?
Oh, there's a
Tavern
few.
one,
There's a
please.
few. There's a few of them here. Which one are you looking for?
Feral, cheap, mid-range.
I'm fine
Oh.
with
Okay, cheap hotel or cheap inn.
cheap hotel.
All right. Do you want cheap and safe? Do you want cheap and safe, or cheap and, or are you not bothered?
Cheap and safe.
All right. Well, there's a Long Voyage Inn. It's on the coast, but it's a decent enough place. It's cheap.
Okay.
It's where the sailors tend to spend their living.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
All right. Pleasure.
All right, I'll head to the Long Voyage Inn.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah. Tips his hat at you and heads off into the city. Long Voyage Inn is Sykes. You've popped into Archwall a couple of times and you sort of kind of know where it is. You know it's on the coast. You know it's in the harbour area.
I remember.
And
that place. Been a while.
it's been a while. And Long Voyage Inn is it's literally where the sailors make their acquaintance. And when I say make their acquaintance, I mean with drink and other forms of entertainment.
Okay.
The sign on the door is of a ship in full colours with full sail out on the sea. And when you walk in, the smell of brine is there. Is that the smell of beer as well? Let me just get some stuffs going on here. It's quite busy. It's quite busy there tonight. The sound of the sound of drinks of gold hitting the table, the drinks going off, and it's a pleasant place. There's a lot of sailing paraphernalia all around the place. Hi Lydia. All around the place with there's an anchor on one wall, there is tackle on another, there's
Yes, I love this place.
what do you call it? There's rope stairs, for want of a better word. I forget rigging. That's the word. There's rope rigging on another wall. There's there's a stuffed trout above the bar of all things. You never thought there'd be a stuffed fish, but yeah, there's a large stuffed fish above the bar.
I just kind of
And it sings.
It's a magical fish. The magical fish that goes. I just turned to Farrell and I'm like, I remember when they caught that thing.
I don't.
How big is it?
I've never asked you how old you are. How long have you been on this earth?
How big,
How
is,
big
the
is
fish?
the fish?
I can't show you because I only have so much room on the camera. But it's it's a good 2.5 feet in length.
Yeah, it probably took them about. I was here at the time when they brought it in, but they said it took about a day and a half to try. Like that thing was actually pretty powerful for the size of it. Like normally you'd think like fish like 10 feet wide would be something like that they'd put on a wall that big, but no. Even though this fish is only 2.5 feet long, it took them a day and a half to reel it in.
You should have seen the one that got away.
Sorry. To answer your question, Farrell, I'm actually about 400 years in age.
Wow, that's like 10 of me.
Yeah, I just kind of remember when I was born, and every like 100 years, I just add on to that 100. So at least every 50.
You remember when you were born? Wow.
Well, everybody remembers the day they were born, but after a while, you stop counting the days, or like you at least know the date of your birth.
Oh.
I don't remember how you were born.
That's what you meant. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like, it's like, oh yeah, everyone
No.
knows exactly how they were birthed. I was like, they would?
This conversation continues. This conversation continues to go on as you head towards the bar, and You can see the barman is quite busy moving, pouring drinks and handing them off and moving around. Yeah, what'd you do?
I say to the bartender, how much for a night?
A night? Oh, it'll be. Let me just hook up my thing here. Look for my. Because I'm using a book now. Look at me using a book.
What?
I know, shocking. Never heard of such a thing. Here we go.
Books.
I know. Just make stuff up on the fly. It's easier. That's
I had like
a
a shoulder pack full of like tabletop equipment. Man, it started to hurt my shoulders. That thing got so heavy.
Yep, absolutely. Where is it? Oh yeah. It'll cost you 8 silver pieces.
8 silver? How about 6 silver and I help you out for the night? I'll help serve.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, 17.
That's pretty good. What are you offering?
I mean, I'm a pretty good server. I can mix some drinks pretty well. I think
He can sing.
I can sing.
All right. Well,
Actually, I don't know if you can.
Anything you need, I'll go ahead and try.
All right, fine. Dude, I need to take these drinks to that table over there.
Sounds
He
good.
hands you two beers. Hands you two beers,
Alright.
and the table is pointed to. You see a couple of sailors just sitting there with two almost empty tankards.
All right, I'll
And,
head over as I can.
Sure, no worries. Because you have been going all day and you're now working, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, true.
You're gonna get exhausted now.
15.
No, you're good. You don't take a point of exhaustion, but you do find that you're actually having to work almost all night. Well, it's not.
fine,
It's
I've got-
okay. Every hour, so it's entirely up to you how long you want to serve. But for after every hour, you are going to continue. You are going to have to start taking. You have to do another Constitution saving throw, and the DC starts getting higher as well. So
How much to work off just the 2 silver?
it'll be 2 hours work.
Okay,
That's not too bad.
I'll do it.
Okay, so roll me another Constitution saving throw.
Nah, that's a 9.
You do take out points of exhaustion.
Oh, okay.
Farrell,
Sounds good.
these are the same. The same goes for you. It's eight silver pieces for 8 silver pieces for the night.
Yep, I paid that, and I think I'll stick around in the bar while Sykes works.
Sure.
Is there like a large, like, table with like a bunch of people sitting there, like talking, or kind of
There
more like
is.
a community area? Yeah,
There
Farrell's
is.
gonna sit down with, or he's gonna ask if he can join the table.
You approach the table, and looking at the people sitting at this table, they're all very swarthy individuals. You can tell that they've spent a lot of time on the ocean or outdoors, and there's all sorts of here. There's elves, there's dwarves, there's humans, male, female. They're all here, and they look at you in your very big, sort of burly, jolly form.
Whoops.
Roll me a persuasion check.
All right.
Ask to join him.
Nope. Where we go? Oops! I almost said perception. That would have been a
Nope,
different
the wrong
roll.
one.
There we go.
That's pretty good, actually. You're jolly. You're sort of jovial, good-naturedly nature. It seems to persuade them to allow you to sit with them. So it's all right. Put up a chair. Where'd you come? Where'd you hail from?
It's the. I forget if it's glowing woods or glowing forest. Forest.
Gloaming forest.
Yeah, I come from the great gloaming forest. have a stronghold in there full of others just like me.
You
Lots
what?
of
You
stories I can tell.
You come from that place.
Yeah.
You're not one of those weird things that comes out there, are you?
It depends on what your definition of weird might be.
You're not a shapeshifter or anything like that. Heard loads of stories about them, about that place and them weird folk.
I only do it to make people feel more comfortable.
Right. Okay. And the guy, the fella you're talking with, is it right? Well, you have a good night now. He stands up and takes his drink with him. And then a couple of others also do.
I could just make myself look smaller than I am. That's about as best as I can do.
Well, no, you do actually. You are able to shapeshift.
Oh, really? I can do more? I thought I only had disguise self.
No, it's effectively disguise self, but you can also physically change your shape. I believe. I'll need to look it up. It's a sort of natural version of disguise self.
Oh yeah, I guess I can appear as any race do. I thought it just shrank me, but yeah, no.
It's effectively disguise self, except in a natural form. So you could do that.
Yeah.
The night wears on, and Sykes, you begin to flag towards the end of this end of that of your work, and the barman says, "Right, I can see that you see your flag. You can sign off now. That's good. Here's your room." Hands you a key. Farrell, you already have one. Farrell, you already have one, and you'll head off to sleep. Head off to bed.
See you in the morning.
Good night, Farrell. I mean,
it is it's one of those times. It is a very restful night's sleep. Tefari, it's been a while since you've had to sleep out in the under the stars, and you get a night's sleep. Garm, you sleep soundly. You're both wakened to the sounds of the birds in the morning, twittering their calls, and the sun rises, and you feel rested. You no longer have a point of exhaustion. Same goes to you, Sykes. The following morning, you wake up in a very comfortable bed. Hungry, of course. You spent a long time working last night, but hey,
it was good work.
It was a good work.
I wake up first of the two of us?
I don't know. Gone? What about you?
Yeah. How early of a waker are you?
Garm?
Yeah.
How would you wake early or would you wake late?
Early.
Early. Okay.
Even with how tired you are?
Rollies.
Well, that's true. He was exhausted though, so he might.
Well, he has to keep up with his schedule of traveling.
True.
Wake up early, bright as sun.
All right. No worries. You wake. Both of you wake roughly around about the same time. The sun is just beginning to rise. It's a little bit cold because you are near the seaside. You are near the sea, so you do have the sea winds to contend with. It's a little bit windy. You are, of course, on an island. But yeah, you wake.
What? Well, I'll ask Garm. Should I make breakfast, or do you want to go into town immediately? Oh no, we can't go to town. We need to work on your disguise first. So yeah, I'll
be attacked.
I'll get working on breakfast, and you get working on the disguise. You?
I'm not sure what am I supposed to do without a disguise. All I got is this coat that I made from animal hide and whatever I'm wearing.
You know what? I think I can fancify that code a bit, but you know, let me get to work on something else first. And so you give me 10 minutes, and I'll work up a plan. And I start to cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
Because I want to make an Unseen Servant for the breakfast, because I'm not going to make breakfast myself, of course.
Okay.
I have servants for that.
You have servants for that. You now have an unseen servant. After 10 minutes, this
10 minutes of ritual casting.
This servant at the I was going to say the servant appears, but to you, Tifari, they appear. To you, Garm, nothing happened.
There's just something making food.
Yeah, like would that mean like the pots and pans that it's working with?
Right now the servant has just appeared.
Oh, true.
I presume Tifari, you give it the command to say go make food. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I give it the command to serve food.
Sure. Garm, you watch as these pots and pans just suddenly start appearing. The fire starts building back up again, and then these pots and pans just start appearing on the fire, and then things start to happen in terms of processing food. Tifari's doing nothing.
That scene from the Sword of the Stone.
Oh yeah, I was also kind of thinking like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff they got in that. If magic was real, I would use it to be lazy. That'd be like, why wouldn't you? Like,
so, guys, so Garm, you see this?
Yep.
What would you like to do in order to try and help with the? So Tifari, so you've now cast, and the servant is carrying on preparing food. Do you want to help Garm with in terms of the disguise?
I want to see if there's bits and parts of the cloak of him that I can mend.
That you
Maybe
can
look a
mend.
little bit fancier.
Ooh.
Garm, how tattered is your cloak?
It's very well kept. He, with his food and everything, he has to keep it nice so that he could hide himself. Well, hide his face.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty well kept. Rest of his clothing, his shirt and pants. We may have. You have to say something.
All right. So yeah, that is the state of Garm's clothing, Tifari.
I'll just try and mend some of the more damaged bits, and
All right.
tell him that I'll tell Garm, when we're gonna try and sneak back into town, I'll help you a bit. If you feel some weird force holding on or to parts of your cloak or anything, don't feel disturbed. That's me. That's my power.
I see.
Alrighty then.
Got that. I have disguise self. So.
You
Alrighty
say you're
then.
gonna cast. Oh.
So are you casting disguise self, Garm?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, if you want to do that, go for it. If you don't want to do that, and carry on relying upon Tifari's help, then you can also do that.
And he's like, I got this. What's your name again?
Mine? Safari.
Jabari. Okay. I don't know how in the world you got my name gone. Thank you. But let me do real quick, since we're going to deal with some not so fun folks. Cass is disguise self.
Okay. And how does Garm cast magic?
Well, he mainly uses his instrument of a drum that he has to cast it.
Mm-hmm.
So he did several rhythmic beats, and well, what it says, he's going to be 1 foot shoulder, so about 5'10". Not normal for a gnome.
Okay.
And, his shirt and pants is more well formed.
All right.
Fortunately, he cannot wear shoes. And he is a bit thinner.
Okay. And what does do you disguise yourself as a different race, or do you continue disguising yourself as a gnoll?
Human.
Human. All right. Cool. Stefari, you see this transformation of Garm into a little bit more well-dressed, human who's a slightly thinner and a lot shorter than what he was. Still quite tall, but a lot shorter than what he was. Your food is prepared. It's pretty basic with what your unseen servant could find around the place, but it's doable. You've certainly better than the insane amount of fat and meat that you had the day before.
Yeah, well, I tell Garm to, enjoy. I hope it's decent, and if not, let me know, and I will punish my servants.
Well, you don't have to do that. I'm fine with food.
He doesn't feel pain anyway, I think.
He's just an imaginary friend who's real.
Well,
I'm 76% sure he doesn't feel pain.
Well, Tufari, I don't care if it's cooked, raw, or raw. It's all same to me.
Well, good. Enjoy.
Oh, he
Right.
grabs his portion and eats it.
Alrighty then. You finish off your meal, and that also goes the same for you, Sykes and Farrell. If you are also having a meal, if you're going to have a meal, that'll cost you 3 copper pieces.
Okay.
Each.
Oh, sweet. All right.
What would you like to do, Tefari and Gum? I presume you are wanting to head into Penchester.
Yeah.
Let's make another attempt yet again.
Alrighty then. You head in. Heading into Penchester, it is a lot more bustling now. The trade is beginning to pick up. Looking around, you see the guards. You don't see the guards from yesterday, but you see guards, and they are in fairly similar livery to the ones that you met in Archwall, except these ones are green and white. They do not have the same sigil that the Archwall ones had, though. For them, it's just simply a water sigil.
I'm assuming we're under a different baron.
What do you mean bearing?
Baron, like a guy that runs for this.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yes. That is a very good assumption to make. That is a very, very good assumption to make. Yes. What would you like to do here?
Well, how long is the bustling line?
The bustling is. It's early morning, so it's picking up.
Okay, so we better get there fast.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna be stuck.
Alrighty. You head to the ferry port of Penchester, and you're the first ones there, literally. The ferryman is just getting out of his little cabin on the ship when he sees the two of you waiting on the port. Oh, you're bright and early. We're not due to cast off. We've got an hour before we cast off. Don't mind waiting.
We could wait. We're just travelers, you know. We came from one of the settlements off to the east.
Alright, sure. Well, it'll be 3 silver pieces each.
Ready? Well, unfortunately, he doesn't have silver to his name. He's like, picked up a gold coin. He's like, what a gold coin count? Like, you could keep the change.
Hey,
I'm trying to.
are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Well, let's just say I don't want material things in my.
Well, in that case, yourself and your companion can. You don't have to worry about paying, sir. He says, looking to Tefari. Your companion here's got it.
You got a weak one pass.
Well, we,
Most welcome, my good man. But let me not feel bad. It is a mighty fine day. Here, have a silver piece. Buy yourself a nice drink after the ferry. Buy your kids something or your wife. It's all fun.
much obliged, sirs. Much obliged, sirs. Yeah, well, like I said, we'll have to be about an hour before we cast off. But yeah, welcome on board. Welcome on board.
Good tippers get good service.
Good tippers get good service. Yeah, indeed. He ushers you on board, and you literally have the run of the soup until he cast off, or more guests
Also, I'm
arrive.
still seriously hoping that some of my old noble family servants come in with money. So
You are hoping, yeah.
yeah.
Your disguise self only lasts for an hour, Garm. So if you want to cast it again, you will need to do so. However, to do so, you will have to spend another spell slot.
Gotcha.
'Cause you-
And how long did the travel take from the forest and back?
Oh, not long at all. About 10 minutes.
I mean, so he has about 50, so he'll probably have to find an alleyway to hunker down and dispel.
Sure, can do that. And it's from this time onwards, that'll give you like 10 minutes in order to get back to the boat. But this is not a particularly big town, and you would easily get back in time. Farrell and Sykes, what pair of you like to do in Archwall?
Well, first we gotta go to a town hall, see if we can find someone who can be a translator within town. We're just
Or just where
constantly
they-
looking. This is the quest for the translator.
Or at least
Alright.
find someone that knows where we can find one of them or
Yes.
something.
So we're gonna find a town hall.
Okay, you find the town hall. The town hall here is a much more grander affair. It is still a wood building, except this one has 2 stories and has whitewashed walls. And when you enter, it is still that sort of it's less welcoming, and does not feel as warm. This feels a lot more official, unlike the other 2 places that you had already entered. In this town hall, however, when you walk in, you see several desks. Outside is the usual message board of advertisements, etc., advertisements and jobs and missions that are required here. Generally, what you see as you glance over the boards, you see captains looking for deckhands and sailors in order to help them with various travel arrangements.
Okay.
Walking in, you see 4 different desks, all of them currently occupied with with people busy working.
Is there a ticket taker?
Basically, take your pick. They're all busy.
Yeah, okay. Because let's wait in line at I guess whichever one looks like they're about to finish up.
Sure, no worries. You wait for one of the clerks to finish. This clerk is dressed in a similar livery to the guards that you've seen outside. So this sort of red and white uniform almost, and they have embroidered just above their left, just above their hearts. That what are they called again? Weighing scales, sort of lever weighing
battle
scales
scales?
of
Yeah.
the battle scales, and over stylized waves.
Cool.
The clerk finishes with the person in front. So yes, we'll get that sorted. That's fine. Now, please, if you don't mind, please, thank you. Next, and the clerk you see, this one is a human with short black hair, quite young. Well, certainly in terms of comparison to your age, Sykes, yes, very young, but quite young. Short black hair. Yes. Well,
Good evening, sir. How are you today?
good morning. It's just very.
Or good morning. Sorry, I get them confused. I just woke up. But you're absolutely right.
What can I do for you?
Is there a translator that I might be able to find in town, or would you be able to help me find anyone in the
A translator.
town hall?
Or
Yes,
someone that can read this note.
And then I show them the note.
You showed him note.
Yeah.
Excuse me for a moment. And he gets up and walks over to one of his colleagues, who is an elf, who you see from here is an elf. Longer black hair. About the same age as you, Sykes, but perhaps slightly younger. And there's a brief conversation between the two of them. And then he comes back and says, "No, sorry, we don't have anybody."
Insight check. They were talking.
Insight.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I
insight.
kind of want to roll. I kind of want to roll that too. That was very suspicious.
No.
Don't
If you
worry.
want to roll insight as well, please roll
Yeah,
for him.
You got Farrell. He's good at insight.
Oh, nice.
Wow, +6, bloody hell.
He's very wise. He's not very smart, but
Sykes?
he's very wise.
Sykes, nah, it's probably nothing.
All right,
Farrell.
I take back the paper when. Yeah.
It is not. It's you're watching the conversation, and it's not the human that you have to be thinking about. It's the elf that you need to be thinking about. The elf looked at the sheet of paper, looked immediately at him, and pretty much gave a shake of the head in a way that said, "We do not want to be dealing with this."
I addressed the elf. And I said,
The elf is further away. You would have to leave Sykes to his business and go and talk to the elf.
Okay, yeah, I'll just tell Sykes, it's like, wait there a bit. And then I walk up to the elf. I'm like, excuse me, but the matter that we're dealing with, is about a missing people. He lost his wife and son, and if you'd know anything about what's on that paper, we would be greatly appreciated.
Roll me persuasion.
Almost was a good one.
Well, I'm very sorry that your companion has lost their family. That is very tragic. However, this paper is not something that we deal with. I bid you good day.
You know who would?
I bid you good day. You can tell that she has gone full on Stonewall.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I go
all right,
back to
Farrell.
I go back to Sykes. I'm like, it seems like this is something that we might have to go to some darker places, possibly.
I don't like dealing with that, but if we have to, but it's fine. We'll just find someone who can read this, even if they don't exist within a town hall or city or something. Maybe there's someone outside of town that we can find.
Yes,
You know,
and
maybe someone who
sadly,
just passed.
And sadly, I say this kind of loudly, like I say it as if I'm speaking to Sykes, but I say it loud enough for people to hear. It's like, yeah, and sadly, they don't want our money to be able to translate this for us. I guess they just don't want payment. As I start walking towards the door.
Alrighty then. Sure. You head out. What would you like to do from here?
Well, if Archul's not going to help us that way, that means we got to keep moving on.
Well, Archwell could have places still inside it. This is language of elves and stuff. Is there magical places here? Wizards and stuff might be able to read all sorts of kinds of languages.
You're absolutely right, Farrell. Give me 1 sec. I put the note in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask, like, townsfolk that I come across and just ask if there's a translator. But I'm not going to show them the note. I just want to know what their first answer is, kind of thing. You know, like, I'm going to go to people and be friendly and ask them directions.
Just put you right back to the town hall.
Yeah, pretty much at all. Roll me. Oh god. Roll me investigation. This seems to be the most accurate one for this one.
Oh hell yeah! 17.
Pretty good. Asking around. You get quite often. Well, I think town hall would be your best bet. Town hall would be your best bet. But you happen to come across somebody who says, "Well, it was that mage that walked through here yesterday. I don't know if they're still here. I mean, they went up to the castle, and they point towards the castle that you see that's raised on a small hill above the city, very clearly overlooking the city and the harbour, and seems to be that the point of defense for this city."
What was the name of this mage?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Do you know what he looked like?
Well, you seen him with Powder Rose, but now I can't think of it. Well, now another fella in robes around recently, and he turns to an older woman that beside him. Now you come to think, now you come to say it, I do recall seeing another person in robes around. Was he at that do yesterday night? I think he was. Yeah, there was this other fella in robes. There's two of them. There's a fella in purple robes. He went screaming off to the castle over there. I don't know if you'll be able to get access to it. He's you know those mage types. When they're on their thing, they do their thing. You can't stop them, really, to be honest. But there's this other fella that was at a do in a bit of a shady place, to be honest. There's another fella in a do. Yeah, he seemed to be also a roby type. Well, if he was a mage, didn't seem to do anything. Didn't seem to be doing any maging stuff while we were there, but he seemed to be a robing type. Maybe go and ask at the Cloak and Dagger Tavern. I think it was Cloak and Dagger Tavern. Yeah, it was Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger Tavern. Go and ask there, see if he's still there.
Okay. Cloak and Dagger.
Well,
Thank you so
it
much.
makes sense if someone that hangs out in a place like that might know and be willing to translate something that's possibly scary.
Thank you so much. You've been very helpful.
Ah, pleasure.
I will not forget your kindness. Turn away and go towards the kind of motion to Farrell, just like, come on, we got something. And then rush to the Cloak and Dagger.
You rush to the Cloak and Dagger Tavern. While this is going on, Tefari and Gum, you have been on your way to Manchester, which is not too far away. It's about an hour and a half's travel. Tefari, you've actually been on the ocean for a while. Is being on water something that he is capable of not becoming seasick?
Oh yeah, he's
He's used to it?
He's been getting used to water travel.
Alright. And Garm, what about you?
Mind if I ask where's the location of the mall side? I forgot to ask that.
Sorry?
Moss High tribe, where they're located.
Oh, yeah, of course. You would be used to water. Yep. All right. So the pair of you, this is a fairly pleasant journey. It's pretty quick, and within about an hour or so, you find yourselves in the reflective city. When I say reflective, I literally mean that Manchester is basically Penchester, but the exact opposite. Exact opposite in terms of how it is laid out. It is a mirror version of Penchester, and you find yourselves there. It is fairly bustling now. The ferrymen are beginning to start working up their trade, and the streets are becoming quite rowdy in a way that there's good trade going on.
I see.
Right. And did I have any idea from the note where I had to go?
The note said, if you'd let me just find my little notes, thank you. The note said the note said to deliver this to the Bridge Guard Inn in Manchester in 2 days' time.
It's been 1
day, yeah.
day now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just walk around the city a little bit.
Sure, no worries.
And we'll see if I can spot where the bridge is.
The Bridge Guard Inn it's one of the very few inns within this little city. The city, you can cover the city within about 10 minutes. It's very, very small. This is very clearly a hub for transporting goods to and from Penchester, and then also from Penchester to Archwall. So it's very clearly a hub. But the couple of inns that you do find, one of them is indeed the Bridge Guard Inn. It is funny enough, it guards a very small bridge. Literally, it is a The symbol outside shows a bridge, and it shows a shield. It's quite welcoming. It looks quite welcoming. It's definitely much better than the Cloak and Dagger Inn and the field in which you slept in last night.
Fair. All right. I'll ask Garm. Let's get some roots in the inn.
Garm, in your while you were on the ship, your disguise self will have worn off.
Okay. Is he able to get a place where he is secluded, kinda, or where he could revert back without people picking up an eye on it?
Roll me a stealth check. It's not a particular. Wow. Okay.
Jeez.
Oh, that's survival.
There you go. That's to make up for
That's
all the
unfortunate. That's unfortunately though survival, not stealth.
Still keep the roll though.
I will. Let me just have a quick look at your stealth. +3. Okay. I'm going to let you keep the roll. It would be 23 instead of a 22. I'm going to let you keep the roll. Yeah, this boat is it's a small ferry boat. It's a small sloop, so there's not a lot of places to hide. But you do actually manage to duck down the stairs very quickly, which would have led to the captain's quarters, and hide yourself as the change. It's not really a change, but as the disguise drops. And with your basically natural 20. I'm going to say that you were able to obfuscate yourself in a way that is not noticeable.
Gotcha.
All right. So you head into the Bridge Guard Inn, and this is the middle of the day. It's not busy at all. There's a couple of patrons here around, but there's not a lot going on right now.
I walk up to. I assume it's pretty obvious who the tavern keeper is.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So I walk up to the tavern keeper and tell him it's morning, afternoon, right?
Afternoon. It's mid morning / afternoon. It's that sort of 12 o'clock-ish time.
Okay. Oh, I walk up to him and tell him, good afternoon, good man.
Afternoon, sir.
Would it be possible for me and my manservant here to get a few beers and book a few rooms for tonight?
We can certainly achieve that. For rooms, it'll cost you 8 silver pieces each.
Not a problem.
And you want a couple of beers?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what? So that would be 1 gold and 6 silver for the rooms, right?
Yes, that would be 1 gold and 6 silver.
Right. I'll give him 2 gold. He'll just keep the beers going, good man.
Ooh.
All right, it'll cost you it might cost you a bit more than that to keep the beers coming, though.
Well, just let me know when I've run my tab out.
Garn
And we'll
just
get you some more.
raises his voice for a moment. I'm not much a drinker, so just give me 1.
Yeah, he's a lightweight, so that's why he's the manservant and I'm the noble.
All right, you are, sir. And he starts pulling drinks. He hands you a beer. It's definitely better than the beer that you had last time. It's still nothing compared to what you're used to, but at least it's better than the swill that you drank. Do you settle? Just a quick question: are you settling down here right now? When I say settling, I mean basically, are you going to be spending the rest of your time here, or is there anything that you would like to do while you are here in Manchester?
I would like to walk around a bit, so
Okay.
we'll just have the beer and then, go out from there.
Sure. All right. I'll come back to that. Sykes and Farrell, what are you both doing?
First quick question. So would it have been 1 day then after paying the 2 dwarves?
Yeah. It's now been 1 day. Yes. You were heading to the Cloak and Dagger Tavern, right?
Yep. Just going over there as quick as we can.
You eventually find the Cloak and Dagger Tavern in a very sort of secluded area, and you can definitely tell that this is an area that is. It's either for the poor and the homeless, or the destitute, or it's meant to be a place of where shady dealings happen.
Okay. I just say to Farrell, just keep an eye on your stuff. We're not going to be here long. Just information.
Well, with how it looks, I feel like we're in the correct place.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna try to see if if there is a translator here and they can translate it. I'm gonna see if they can either translate it onto the back of the sheet so that we always have it in, so that we can always read it. Otherwise, we might forget what it says. I don't know. But if they can translate it and write it down so that we'll always have a note so we can read it. If they have paper in there, I don't really have anything on me, but
I've got charcoal and paper.
oh, okay, cool. You are amazing.
You head into the Cloak and Dagger Tavern, and it's very seedy. It's a very grotty place. There's very few people here. And you look around. You see the barman. The barman is relatively young-ish. It's a human with short hair, and there's very few people around.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the bar, like just slowly. I'm not rushing at this point,
Yeah, and I stick very close to his side. Kind of, I'm trying to more look like a bodyguard at this point.
Roll me intimidation.
Crap. He's not a very intimidating guy. He's too nice to be intimidating.
Okay. Okay.
You both have the same score.
Cool. You head up to the bar. Moses, can I help you?
We're looking for. We were heard there might be a translator here. We're looking for a mage. In tattered robes.
Well,
I
this
might
is
have heard, I might have seen something.
Do you know where we could find them? I slide the last 2 gold that I have.
Ooh.
They
Across the
the hand comes out and disappear and picks them up and they disappear. Yeah, he left yesterday.
Which direction?
I don't know.
You said they left.
Yeah, he left yesterday.
Oh.
Left the bar yesterday.
It did not say where they were going.
No.
Well, Sykes, we didn't pass any. Well, but it'd be hard to tell. But
Yeah.
do you know of where anyone that could speak
Undercommon.
undercommon?
And when he says
I'm sorry.
that, I'm gonna slide...
Say that again.
We need a translator to translate undercommon.
Sorry. By the way, this is the bar. This is not me, the GM, saying it. This is the barman saying
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Say that again.
We need
I lean in close and whisper,
Oh.
Undercommon?
You can leave right now.
I don't. Okay. We're just trying to get information. It's not us. My family.
Yeah. This ain't place for you. You can leave right now.
Why are people so afraid of this language?
Because it's not a common language, and also, it's like I turned to Farrell. I'm like, I'm assuming, being alive for as long as I would I know the language? Not like obviously I can't speak it, but infernal and abyssal.
Would you know
Would
it?
or not know it, but what I've heard about it. Like, do I know it exists?
Oh yeah, you know that undercom. Well, you know that exists.
And I would probably know it's worse.
It's Sykes. Have you? This is a question. This is a sort of good backstory question. Have you spent all your life here in the hegemony?
Most of my life would have been here on this continent. Yes.
Right. Well, you can roll me a history check.
Okay. Ah, crap. Well, 14.
That's not bad. You know that Undercommon is the language of it's the language of a certain species of people, which you would know as the Drow.
The Drow, yeah.
And you know that there was something to do with a society of Drow on another continent that was having some sort of problems with other elves. And there was some sort of conflict somewhere along the lines. It's been a while.
Gotcha.
And also that the Drow of this society were known for their espionage ways.
The spying ways, okay. I say, basically, Farrell, the Undercommon isn't too favorable of a language, obviously. There was an event that happened with the Drow, not a favorable one. And essentially think of it like background events happened, espionage.
Are you having this conversation in the bar?
Not in front of when he had no more information, I would have backed off. I was Farrell.
He also told you to leave.
Then I probably would have, because this guy has no more information for me. So outside of the bar, then I'd be talking to Farrell about this.
Okay.
Basically not good things. So
roll me both of you a perception check.
I feel bad that I made the barman angry.
No.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm
Holy sh-
blind. And so we both are blind.
What? Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I love when this
Wow,
happens.
I didn't know
Fucking
that
hell.
was physically possible.
Impressive.
That
Three
was
different
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
back to back to back.
Thanks, Fantasy Grounds.
Yes. Thank
Honestly,
you,
in
Fantasy
this
Ground.
session tonight, I think I've seen more Once World than in my previous 8 D&D sessions combined.
Yeah. Absolutely. Farrell, like, for fucking hell. Yeah, okay. So, Farrell, you see this. Sykes, you don't. Just.
Okay, that's fair.
Farrell, you see
Yeah.
this. You watch. You happen to glance to your right. And you just happen to see this tall humanoid person in quite good looking clothing with piercing blue eyes emerge from the alleyway just to the right of you.
And he's just staring at us, not like coming up to us or anything.
He's just well, he's not. Sorry, he's you're having this conversation outside the bar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no. So in that case, he's just emerged from the bar.
Ooh.
I wave at him and give him a smile.
And that's where we're going to. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
Ah! No.
Syke or not Sykes? Oh gosh,
What?
I forgot his name again already.
Kyrus.
Oh, shoot.
Kyrus, or not
yeah.
Kyrus. Who is it? Who knows?
Yeah,
Thanks
true.
so much
yeah,
for
we don't
joining me
know.
tonight. This evening, guys. I had a lot of fun.
That was
Yeah,
I had a lot of
awesome.
fun.
I loved it.
Jeez, I'm sorry we went a little bit longer than I planned to because I was desperately trying to look for a place to stop.
Yeah. Farrell and Sykes are
first-
chasing down Tafari and Garm.
Yeah. Like, this is my whole point. Like,
Yeah.
Blind the entire way.
that's the whole goal is to meet up with them, but we're gonna always be two cities.
That's the entire campaign.
Always
is just us
always
being
a city
one
behind.
step
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm gonna take a very quick. I'm gonna take a leaf. Gonna go through this very quickly. Hopefully, I'm gonna take a leaf out of the Michael Kesseven's book from Dead as a Gamer and ask you guys favorite moments or not favorite moments, memorable moments throughout the session tonight. So I'm gonna start with Sykes. Neil, what was your favorite? What was your memorable moment today?
Definitely us trying to catch up with Tafari and Garm, like, and just noticing, like, we're gonna get to Archwell, they're gonna leave and go to Penchester. We're just like constantly moving, and I'm like, this is gonna be interesting. Like,
It's
and the whole campaign is just gonna be two separate groups, just constantly.
it does feel a bit like that. I'm hoping it's not going to be, but it does feel a little bit like that.
But no, I definitely enjoyed Garm when he used his disguised self, because I didn't know you could turn into other people doing that too. But it's like, yeah, it was awesome just seeing him like describe how his like character changes, and I'm like,
Yeah, for sure. That was really
that was
fun. Tifari, Jeff.
Probably, speaking from my own character, him totally trying to give off the vibes that he's this rich and important nobleman, and just not realizing that everyone is thinking, what a fucking idiot.
He's just going around like getting all these good roles, just like, yes, I'm a nobleman. Everybody's just like, sure.
Yeah,
Pretty
maybe
much, yeah.
maybe one day he'll actually be there. Maybe one day, maybe
Like,
he
I'm
won't.
really a
Who knows?
nobleman, I swear.
Who knows? Farrell.
It's just the anticipation of when these two groups meet. Like, I think it'd be very interesting because the personalities of Sykes, Tafari, and Garm are all like. Like, I want to see what happens when all four actually meet.
Yes.
It'll be interesting.
Oh yeah, me too.
Especially
I'm really looking forward to
Farrell
that
and
chat.
Garm. That one's gonna be a very interesting like meeting. I'm sure.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens there. Garm, what was your favorable moment today?
For amount of brain aneurysms with the roll rolls, man.
Yeah. Just the sheer number of
Yeah.
failures.
Oh my lord.
Definitely
What a
ones,
thing that was.
yeah.
What a thing that was. Jeez. Like I also for me it's just all sorts of things. But yeah, the constant sort of chasing of Sykes and Farrell after Tefari and Garm, and also Tefari's just like, I am a noble, and everybody else going, yeah, sure you are, mate. Okay, cool. You carry on pretending. I had a lot of fun today, guys. We're gonna go and raid somebody.
Yeah.
And spread the love. We're gonna go raid Laura Bones. She's online just chatting.
Nice.
It looks like she's busy with. Wow, jeez, with the
Yeah,
end.
nice!
Thank you so much, sir. Oh, that really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for the sub there, sir. I hope you enjoy it here, and I hope we were able to provide you with some entertainment today. But yeah, we're gonna go and raid Laura Bones, give her the waves, give her the loves, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you. I'll be back again tomorrow. When am I back? Sunday.
Well, in 3
I'm back
hours,
Sunday.
you're going to be on Michael's channel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. In a few
Yeah,
hours,
sure.
I'll be on
Yeah.
Michael Ketterman's channels with Dead Aussie Gamer, where I'm going to be playing Taisho with two of these fellas. Where's my camera? There we go. Two of these fellas on my right over here, with Sean and Neil. So do feel free to pop in there. Otherwise, I'll see you all in another stream sometime in the future. Take care, everyone, and let's go and raid. Bye.
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 Yeah.